Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Gamespot and NNESAGA presents Saving for the Next Gen show. We are very excited to bring you the first Saving for the Next Gen show. This is the very first event of its kind, blending the importance of finance in preparation for the next generation in console gaming. For those who don't know, my name is Stephanie Ojevah and I am the founder of one of UK's leading black gaming and entertainment platforms called NNESAGA. It is our mission to champion diversity and inclusion within the games industry. Over the last 5 years, we have hosted a number of gaming community events, workshops and more to ensure that there are better and safer spaces for people within the games industry. I am also a content creator myself and a streamer too. I aim to continue to open up more opportunities for my community. My community I represent are for the black and ethnic minority. For NNESAGA, it is super important that we ensure that everyone matters. NNESAGA is for everyone and my goal is to change the face of gaming. We are very thankful to have partnered up with Gamespot in bringing a unique event to highlight, educate and prepare you all for the next generation in console gaming. Gaming is everything, but no one dwells into the cost of being a gamer, being in the industry, or how to navigate within the games industry. So here's where Saving for the Next Gen comes in. We are going to give you a full stack show with 4 incredible panels dedicated in tackling each area in gaming and finance, while it's being joined by some amazing guests who have been taking on the games industry by storm. Our first panel, The Price of Being a Content Creator, we will be joined by 5 of your favourite YouTubers dominating the scene. Afro Senju XL and the XL is Silent, Mighty Keith, It's Sunpai, BrokenGamezHDR and Tianna Mercedes. And they will all be giving you an insight on what it actually takes to be a YouTuber, how they started, budgeting, advice they'll give to content creators who are just starting out, and how to prepare for the next generation in console gaming. Next, we have the Game Spotlight panel. See what I did there? Where we'll be featuring 3 prominent figures within the games industry, giving you an insight on how they've been navigating throughout the years, as well as giving some exciting Gamescom predictions. They are Lopez, founder of Black Girl Gamers, Cam Robinson and Elle Osili-Wood. For our third panel, we'll be speaking to experts over at Barclays Games. They will be giving us all the information on who they are, what they are doing to help within the games industry from a financial aspect, and where you can find them. Elaine, Moran and Natalie Ojevah from Barclays Games will be giving you an insight on who they are. Last but not least, we'll be joined by the Elgato team for our Tech Talk panel. We will be speaking to long-term Elgato partner, Michi, as well as one of the Elgato global community managers, Charise Hamme, on how to prepare for the next generation and what Elgato are doing to prepare themselves, what advice they would give to those seeking assistance with global tech brands, and giving advice on what to get for the next generation of gaming. This isn't a gaming show without some games, right? We will also be having some fun gaming segments too, where our YouTubers will be battling out against their chosen guests with some recent titles that have just been released. I believe I've said enough now. Make sure you kick back, grab a cuppa and enjoy the show. Make sure you are following and sharing Gamespot and NNESAGA across Twitter, Facebook and YouTube throughout the entire show. We also do have a giveaway, so make sure you're watching throughout the entire time we're here. Don't forget to use the hashtag Gamespot NNESAGA Next Gen and enjoy the show.
Hi guys, my name's Tianna Mercedes. I play mainly Call of Duty, and before Call of Duty I used to play Fortnite, and that's obviously where I started streaming and making content on games, because I just wanted to show everybody my skills, because people used to say I was good, so I thought let me show everybody and connect with people and chat with people while I'm playing. So yeah, I mainly play shooting games, but mainly Call of Duty Warzone now.
Hi, I'm Sunpai. I stream on Twitch and also I do videos on YouTube. I'm a variety streamer and I cover most games on YouTube. At the minute I'm playing Fall Guys, which is the greatest but most frustrating game I've played in a long time. But yeah, I'm streaming that at the minute. I'm really enjoying that. But yeah, basically YouTuber and streamer.
Okay. Afro Senju XL. XL is silent. I do a bunch of things. Twitch kind of on the side, but sometimes I do that. Right now I am playing Ghost of Tsushima, and everything else I kind of don't know what I'm doing. I just make it up as I go. That's pretty much it.
All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm BrokenGamezHDR. Most people just call me BG for short. content creator. I review games. I'm a podcast host. I talk about gaming news, stream also, kind of do a little bit of everything. So yeah, right now I'm playing a lot of Rogue Company, just beat Ghost of Tsushima. So yeah, that's what I'm up to right now.
Hey everybody, my name is Mighty Keith. I'm a content creator on YouTube. I do just comedy skits about gaming, anime, movies, whatever kind of just comes to mind or something I want to talk about at the time. And I do streaming just a little bit, not as much, but you know, mainly I just play video games. I'm on Ghost of Tsushima right now as well. Kind of waiting for that Cyberpunk to drop, but you know how it is.
Yeah, that's one game I've been looking forward to for the whole entire time since.
And they keep pushing it back.
It'll be worth it, hopefully. Hopefully. So, like myself, I am a YouTuber and I am a streamer myself, and it's nice to get these type of people on the panel because they're able to give us an insight on their journey, how they started, and you know where they're at now. So, Sun, how did you start your gaming journey and your YouTube career?
Okay, so it all started when I made an Instagram account. I had no one in real life who played games or was into anything nerdy or anything like that. So I made an Instagram account and then everyone was like, you should start a YouTube. So I started a YouTube with my laptop and my laptop on my phone. It was like a really old phone a couple of years ago. And then from there, it's just grew into something that I didn't expect because it was a hobby. And then now the hobby's turned into a job. So yeah, it's kind of amazing how that can happen. Starting something from a hobby and now it's a career. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you know, normally like you fall across into it and you kind of accidentally fall into the games industry or start a YouTube channel. It's true. Tianna?
My journey started basically the same. I had an old rubbish laptop and my phone. I was playing Fortnite and people used to say to me, you should stream it. So I started streaming Fortnite and doing custom games on Fortnite. And the way I used to read my chat was on my phone, literally. I would play the game, stream straight from my PlayStation on my phone. And yeah, from then I built my own little small community and I've just been going from there.
That's incredible. Honestly, the encouragement from your friends as well, it does help a lot.
It does.
Really cool.
It does.
Lads, who wants to take it away?
I guess I'll go. So I started YouTube. It started like 12 years ago for me when I was a freshman in college. Oh, wow. And YouTube was still very young back then. There was no really structured communities. And, I was just bored in my dorm room one day and went on YouTube, saw people gaming, putting up gaming videos. And I was like, I'm a gamer, I think I'm better than most of the people I'm watching. So I was like, why don't I just do this? And I, didn't really think it would evolve into anything. But I figured out, what I needed. I had a laptop, had to get a mic, had to learn a little bit of video editing. And from there, just started playing games that I was interested in. And, just the community kind of found me and flocked to me. And ever since then, it's became, just way more and opened up a lot of opportunities for me and gained a community from it. So yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, and it's good to see your growth as well, and how you've been able to connect with each other, especially you being in the States and me being in London. Gaming has been something where you can bring so many people together. Keith, Afro, who wants to
go? For me, it was a game called Naruto Storm 3. My only thing I wanted to do was make a clan on YouTube and just kind of be the best clan in a little community. Over time, it just kind of naturally was a thing. My first goal was to make enough money to get a pizza, and then once I got that, it did something to me. And I needed more pizzas, and I needed I wanted to make it into something more. And then Naruto Storm 4 came around, and it just kind of took off into its own thing. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. So I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, from there it just became what it is.
It's crazy, and to see the numbers grown, and just aesthetically people know who you are as well, which is really, really cool. And last but not least,
so when I was younger, I used to play fighting games competitively, right? I would travel around, go to tournaments, participate and whatnot. And so when Smash came out, I wanted to play that more competitively, and I started with Super Smash Brothers Brawl competitively. as time progressed, you know, I met friends, met top players, and built kind of like a friendship with a lot of people in the community. So by the time that the next iteration of Smash came out, which was Smash 4, it started with the 3DS. It came out for that before it actually came out on the Wii U. And so just messing around one day, and I was like, you know what? I have a camera. Why not use it? I recorded a video called Things Smash 4 Players Don't Say. Put it online, just for my friends, you know what I mean? Like I said, the friends within the Smash community.
Yeah.
And then the next day I found out it like blew up on Reddit. And people were asking for more. And so I was like, all right, I guess. So I just started giving more Smash content over and over and over until I just, I'm here. That's kind of how it started.
Everyone just kind of accidentally fell up on it and they said, oh, well, yeah, okay, let's just make this into something. No, that's
pretty much
the same, honestly. So when you guys first started out, did you have like a set budget on your gaming equipment? You know, did you know where the best places were to shop at the time? How did you prioritize necessities? So, you know, with any gamer, a mic is super important, but also a headset. You know, where did you come into play with what was the most important, what budget you had and stuff like that?
So I thought I'd be really thrifty, and I went to eBay and Amazon. So I got secondhand things off eBay. I was at uni at the time when I first started, so I was like, I didn't have much money at all. I went and I got my Elgato capture card, super cheap. It was like £40.
Wow.
Exactly. Like someone was selling that off quick, so I snapped that up. And then I just got a really cheap headset. I went on Amazon, got a mic with really good reviews, but it was £5 with my little laptop, and I just started from there, and I had everything for like a year until I got my first camera, which was £60. And I've only just upgraded, I've only just upgraded that now.
Yeah.
And one thing everybody should know is like, everybody came from like these kind of crude beginnings of a setup. Like nobody's setup was perfect at the start. Like we had a whole bunch of struggle setups and struggle equipment and everything like that. And sometimes you may have to start out that way, and it's, it grows into something, just way more impressive. And, you just learn a lot more over time as far as like budgeting and the best equipment to buy. But it starts in, humble beginnings.
Definitely agree.
For sure.
Yeah. I feel like for me, a lot of the equipment that I got and learned of, to get all came from, I guess, a very light form of networking. Like I always hear people talk about like Elgato or like Blue Snowball, or just like things that were very common, easy pickups for people that just started doing YouTube and what have you.
Yeah.
So those are things that I got over time. I guess money wise, how I saved. At the time I lived in the hood, right? So I didn't really have like a lot of good options to get money with just the life I had to live. But it's one of those things, like if you really want to make something happen, it's like, what are you going to do for the thing that you want the most, right? And that was kind of how I looked at it, making sure that my goals for what I was doing to get what I wanted were always on the positive side of things. And I did what I had to do to kind of get what I had to get, and just kind of flipped it and made it so I don't have to do something like that ever again to get there. But
that's the goal. Honestly, that's the goal. Like you said, if it's something that you really want to do, you're gonna have to do it by any means necessary. Yeah.
Just make sure you're safe when you do that. Don't do something too crazy.
I know, Keith, we touched upon earlier about you switching from the transition from a 9-to-5 to full-time. Did I guess you use your savings from your full-time job and stuff like that?
Well, to be honest with you, back when I uploaded the first YouTube video, I was working as a server at a buffet area. And I don't know if anyone's worked as a server or server as a buffet before, but when people go to buffets and they go and get their own food, they feel like they don't need to tip the server because they're getting their own food. That's just the way people think. So the money was never really good. It was never actually good in there. You get like $1 maybe, or 50 cents, $2, who knows. But so I didn't have too much of a saving. And I was also still in school. It's like my last year of college. By the time I left, like back in 2018 when I decided I'd just go full-time YouTube, it was kind of just like, it's either I make this or I don't. And if I don't, at least I said I did it. Now I'll just pick up the pieces from there. So I didn't really have a savings account. It was either if I make this or I don't. So I think I'm doing all right so far, which I'm happy for.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, especially, from the American side of the YouTube community, there's a group, like a big gaming community in the UK that love, you guys, and you guys are normally the go-to when I say, oh, do you guys know any like black male content creators? And these are the three that, that are recommended. So yeah, awesome. You guys are doing pretty all right.
That's awesome.
So in terms of, growing, your own personal brand and, what are the challenging bits of like growing your own personal brand, especially from, I guess, a YouTuber aspect, a content curator, your personal life, and from a financial aspect?
I found it challenging, I guess, separating the pleasure and business side to things. I don't know, because me personally, I'm very like workaholic. Like that's just me. So it's like, with YouTube, when it starts turning into a job or just when you start seeing progress, it's very easy to just like throw everything that, your visions, all that stuff into your dream. And it's easy to lose sight of things. I think there's like a term, the tectonic treadmill or something like that, where you get something that you really wanted and you still want more and you still keep on wanting more and more and more.
Yeah.
I think it was always hard for me to realize, okay, I'm good here. Let me be happy. Right. Because it's just, it's a game in its own, right? Like when you are doing something for social media attention, or you're, becoming an influencer, like that influence itself, I feel, is a drug to an extent, right? Like you love the positivity, you love the energy. And it's just, I think it was really challenging for me to kind of just disconnect and, I don't know, like make sure I'm still whole, grounded, as I'm like throwing myself, like everything I got pretty much into this set thing. So I think it was a lot of realizing when to like turn off, just like get off of social media, get off of all that stuff, like it protect my mental health. I think that was for sure my biggest hurdle with it.
I agree. It's hard because people feel like they know you, people feel like they need to be in your life, know like everything you're doing 24/7. So sometimes it can be the struggle of like separating the two. Keith, have you had any troubles or hurdles with that?
Not in the past. Recently, yes. And I think it's just the nature of publicity or notoriety. Eventually you're going to get to a point, everybody, I believe, to a point where social media is just it can be really, really toxic to your mental. Just harping back to what Afro said, and the positivity is always great, and it's amazing, but just the more you get, the more opinions you have, the more you talk to people, the more everything you do, the more you're intertwined with the gaming community, the more people see you. It's going to be more different opinions people are going to have of you, and so eventually, it's not always going to be amazing. So that's just something you got to deal with. That's just something you got to learn how to be like, okay, I shouldn't be on Twitter for 5 hours of the day. I should probably just check it a few times and then come back. In terms of having a brand, your brand is you. So anytime you do something amazing, that affects your brand. Anytime you do something, questionable, that's going to affect your brand. So always keep that in mind when building it up. And to have a bit of tact when it comes to conversations or how you approach anything, because you can't just do everything the way other people do. Like I said, depending upon your notoriety.
It has been a very weird time for everyone around the world, during COVID, navigating. Luckily, gaming has always been at home. It's always been a pleasure at home. And especially for our, jobs, our hobbies, it's predominantly been at home. Has there been any sort of change in, your source of income in terms of projects, or has it actually amplified and given you more opportunities?
For me, I feel like it's given me more opportunities because I've done more. Normally, I probably would have gone to work, came home, not thought about, oh, there's a pandemic, I need to, work harder now. But I've worked harder, and I've collaborated with more brands than I did last year, and the corona's obviously a bad thing, but for me personally, I've done a lot more due to the having to do more because of the virus. So it's a negative, but it's been a positive in terms of work for me.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, obviously, like you said, Corona, and COVID-19 is a horrible situation. But there's been I've been able to take advantage of it. I know a lot of people, unfortunately, obviously, lost their jobs because of this, because they can't go to work. I've been blessed enough that my job, I can work from home pretty much, because all I do is just edit and write. And, I think even after all of this clears up, I think, we should just be able to stay home anyway, but that's besides the point. But yeah, since I've been able to stay home, my productivity, when it comes to my content creation, game reviews, pretty much everything I do, I've been able to give it a lot more attention, a lot more focus, and just grow my brand a lot more. And people, and I like to stay home a lot anyway. I'm not I'm outgoing, but I don't necessarily like to spend most of my time outside. Like when they say people should stay home, I was doing that anyway. This is no different for me. I was doing that anyway, and I was staying home playing games as much as I could. So I was way ahead of y'all on that. But yes, I've been able to play a lot more games, beat a lot more games, review them, interact with my audience and my subscribers, and pretty much just make the best of it. And I think even somebody like me who likes to be inside, it does become monotonous sometimes, and it starts to work on your mental. Like I've been inside without doing some of the things that I like to do outside, like go to a restaurant, go to a football game, something like that. That stuff starts to eat at you mentally. But now we have to, rely on video games even more to keep us sane and entertained. And I think we, appreciate this hobby a lot more because of it. Because if I didn't have this hobby, I don't really know what I would be doing inside, besides maybe watching Netflix. So I definitely, the gaming thing is probably one of the best things to have during this horrible situation.
Agreed. Definitely.
For me, I would say it's kind of been the same, more or less. I think it would be less, because what I tend to do a lot is travel more to brands for E3 and stuff like that. So there's none of that now. So I'm more so home. I guess in some ways it's pretty much the same. I guess I would do stuff, I guess, with brands now, stuff similar to this, on a Zoom call or on Discord. I guess the only thing I've noticed for sure is comments being different. Since everybody's at home, it's either a lot more longing, deep, meaningful comments type beat, or a lot of people being angry. And I've noticed a lot more people being angry than prior. So I felt like I'm on a very thin line with my opinions that I have to give, because people are just ready to come at you, it seems. But yeah,
100%. It's actually wild. Yeah, for me, kind of just like everybody else, COVID didn't really hit me as hard because I was home anyway, so I didn't really do too much in terms of going out too late, because I would spend most of the time working. So by the time it's time to go out, it's almost 9-10 o'clock, and I don't know, man, I feel like I'm getting old. I just want to go to sleep now. I want to go to sleep after I'm done with work. But my friends, they go out and party. But now everyone has to stay at home and no one can go party. So there's that. I will say this though. I thought it was very interesting in terms of when you hear about YouTube and you hear about how it can be fragile, because you're kind of on your own. There's no 401k, there's no health benefit or health insurance, et cetera for most of it. It's kind of just you're doing your own thing. And a lot of people will opt out of that type of lifestyle or that type of living because of the security that comes with having a regular 9-to-5. Everyone at the 9-to-5 I was at has been pretty much let go of because of this COVID thing. So I just thought it was a little odd, or not odd, but an interesting way of perspective of how things that could look kind of fragile actually are prospering in a pandemic, which is odd. But that was just a little take I had.
For somebody who's, you know, just started, I guess, or, you know, they love YouTube, but they do want to make it they do want to make that one source of income. But then what are the other ways, you know, you guys could recommend and, you know, give advice on to people who are watching?
Merch.
Merch.
Shirts. Shirts, sponsors. I think the one thing for sponsors that I can give advice to make sure you get more of is learn how to talk, I guess. Like, you know, the dialogue, making sure you know your worth so you can get like the best out of like deals that you get your way, like the networking side of it. Twitch, I guess. Twitch was also like something that separated the revenue, I guess you could say. And I guess that's really it. I mean, there's like the meta if we're talking stocks, but that's all a different conversation. And I don't do that anymore since COVID. So.
Oh wow! So merch is really a thing, and you know, the sponsorship side as well, which is something I wanted to, you know, touch up on because well, I've been recently partnered anyways. But for those who I guess looking for sponsorship, you know, especially to help them out financially, and especially going into the next gen of, you know, gaming, because gaming again is expensive, and everyone is trying to prepare themselves for the PlayStation 5, for the Xbox Series X. For somebody who again wants to start out streaming, content creating, or they're just gamers and they just want to be prepared for themselves, what kind of advice would you give in terms of, you know, TVs to buy or monitors to purchase, mics, and in a sense of what kind of tools will people learn in terms of softwares and stuff like that as a content creator?
Man, that's like a deep rabbit hole, you know, because the first, you know, advice I would give them, I think like Keith alluded to this earlier, is no, it was actually Afro, I think, is just learning to be satisfied with what you have, because you can go down that path of always looking for better equipment. There's always going to be a better headset, a better monitor, a better camera, right? Once, and this is, I've changed my setup at least maybe 3-4 times, like in the past year, like I'm talking about major changes. And that's something that I've, you know, had a issue with until I finally settled down. Like, okay, I'm gonna keep it this way and I'm satisfied. You gotta learn, you know, how to be satisfied within your budget, and learn to just do incremental, you know, upgrades and not feel like you have to upgrade everything at once. And as far as just, you know, the budgeting and the earning money, if you're going to get into this, I wouldn't say, I would recommend you don't get into this with the objective that I'm going to make a certain amount of money. I'm going to, you know, get some quick money off of this. Like we all said, we kind of just, we all just love gamers, and we just fell into this by accident. You have to love what you're doing. There's a lot of people who pursue what's trending at the time, what game is popular, and what seems to be getting a lot of views at the time, and they try to do it and it fails. And it's because you didn't really, you know, do that organically. You were just following a trend. You got to do what you like and what you're passionate about, and then you'll gain a community off of that, because you don't want, you know, a fake community that you just gained by following what was popular at the time. So, you know, it's just gotta happen organically. And like you said, sponsors, you know, you can use YouTube and Twitch. Don't feel like you gotta be bottled into one, because there's a lot of I think nowadays people seem to start on Twitch more than starting on YouTube. That's the change that I noticed, like from when I started. Like usually people started on YouTube, then they eventually go to Twitch too. But now most gamers, I think, are starting on Twitch, and there's a lot of Twitch creators that I feel like, yo, you do great on YouTube also. You should put some of your videos on YouTube. So, you know, use all the avenues that you could possibly find.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, another place is Instagram. I guess Instagram, you don't play games with Instagram, but you can showcase that you do. For me, I've got partnerships that want me to post the gaming stuff on Instagram rather than on YouTube. I mean, I've got more followers on YouTube than I do on Instagram, but that's where they want their stuff to be put out, because not many people on Instagram, I guess, are hyping over a certain product and they want that out on Instagram. You can get Instagram sponsorships in terms of gaming too. You don't have to, just like you said, you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. You've got Instagram, you've got TikTok. I know sorry, not everyone likes TikTok. And you've got YouTube, Twitch. There's so many different places you can just put all your stuff. You don't have to keep it in one place. Like, just expand, put everything everywhere, because you're going to get a following from Twitter, and that following's going to go over to YouTube. That following's going to go over to your Twitch, and it's like a big triangle, like a, you know. So yeah, that's it. Just diversify, go everywhere, do everything.
Good equipment doesn't necessarily equal like you're gonna instantly make it or good content, because I see a lot of people when they start off, not a lot, but some, you know, you'll see someone who has like a really crazy camera, really crazy mic, lights everywhere, and they're just starting out. And it's like, I feel like once you do that, you're adding a lot of stress on your results than what you're going to get when you're starting out. It's like, it's better to look at like what you should be spending relative to where you're starting, because you know, like, you know, success isn't guaranteed on this place, really oversaturated. So you know, you can make it happen for sure, but you shouldn't be, you know, acting like balling out right away. Like, be smart about it. That's my only thing I'd say.
Yeah, I agree, because when I first started, I never had a mic or anything. I used to use the headset mic, and I used to have roughly like 30 viewers a day when I first started streaming on YouTube, and people will watch me, like they'll still watch me even though I didn't have good quality stuff, because they're coming for me, if that makes sense. And the first thing I actually invested in was a microphone. I still use the PlayStation camera and still stream from my PlayStation, but the first thing I would say to invest in is a microphone, so people can hear you clearly. So, and yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, a microphone is definitely, and I would also agree, that's probably the best thing, the first thing to kind of invest in, and then a very good quality camera. But in terms of like, you know, what do you do for money before, you know, YouTube or Twitch or whatever starts to build up? Yeah, all the sponsors, if you can get them, and the merch, as Afro said. But honestly, also, if you want, I mean, a part-time job wouldn't hurt either. Like, that's kind of what I was thinking about doing, if, like, when I left my job and went on YouTube to try to make it full-time, I was like, worst case scenario, I could get a part-time job to help out with just the bills until this you know, is able to support itself. And when I say part-time, I don't know if that might be different from you know, different states or different countries or anything. But when I mean part-time, I mean, like, you know, nothing more than like 20 hours a work week or something like that, just so that you still have time to, you know, focus on your passion, and you're not like exhausted at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
And there's still that sense of flexibility as well, because
exactly, yeah.
I still work full time, but the times that I work anyways, it's allowed me to still, you know, work and run my brand. Hopefully when the time does come, I can fully transition. But like you said, still working is not a bad thing at all. So I want to go a little bit deeper now. Being a Black content creator, we often face the struggles of being amplified, being noticed, you know, being given opportunities by our non-Black counterparts. How do you, you know, equate your worth and value to the potential clients, and how do you still let them know, like, listen, I'm just as good as, you know, if not better? Because with me, I now don't believe in the notion of working 10 times harder, because we shouldn't have to be working 10 times harder to be where we are. But especially with you guys who have, you know, built a name for yourself and built a platform for yourself, how have you, you know, faced those kind of issues being a Black content creator?
So with doing YouTube, I had a few friends that were kind of along the journey. And one of my friends that kind of like been keeping up with me is my friend named Rhymestyle. So if there was like, let's say something we get into together that I'm just curious to see if there's a difference in how we're treated, I'll like sometimes like observe like rhyme doing something, and I'll ask, and the same thing he asked, just to kind of see differences, or I'll ask rhyme specifically to ask for this thing that I just asked for, to kind of see if there's going to be like any different replies. There's only been like 2 cases where I noticed something like very like okay, that's kind of interesting, to where, but like when I noticed, I just stayed away, you know. I'd never believe in trying to fit like a circle in a square space. So if there's like any type of thought or differences like that, I just don't see the point in trying to show worth, you know, if it's not seen right away. But
I agree with that.
Same.
Yeah, I've never thought of it like that actually, but I guess if a company is going to offer someone else some, even if you're on the same level, something completely different to you, and there's an obvious reason why, then they shouldn't have the privilege of working with you. Like, they shouldn't have that. So I actually really agree with that.
I mean, I think that you know, like for example, with my podcast, I have all Black podcasts, and it wasn't necessarily my intention when I started my podcast I'm gonna have, you know, all Black members, but that was, you know, that was just my close group of people that I associated with on YouTube and on the internet and everything like that. And I think that, you know, YouTube is just an extension of the real world. And I think people are attracted to faces and voices that sound like them and look like them. That's natural for everybody. So, you know, like being the minority of content creators on YouTube, there are some that, you know, will look for someone, like I said, who looks like them and sound like them, and that may not be us. There's some that, you know, I would say the majority don't care, but there are definitely like a demographic that do care, that isn't necessarily interested in watching us because of how we sound or look. And I think that's sometimes the challenge that we've had to face. But as y'all have said, you know, having a smaller, dedicated audience that really appreciates you, you know, that matters more than necessarily having like the biggest numbers, right? 'Cause, you know, there's people in my community that, you know, even if I haven't had a direct conversation with them, I recognize them as a long-time subscriber. And, you know, those are the dedicated ones that are, you know, always there. So, yeah, you just got to appreciate those and the ones that are really there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to look at it. Myself, I haven't really had too much like hurdles just yet. The difference when it comes to like how I feel about any form of racism or any form of like setback because of skin color doesn't come from like people just straight up saying it. It's more of like stuff that does happen in the shadows, like Afro was saying, or me feeling like my type of comedy is more so for like maybe the like more urban culture, or I'm like when I started Smash, Super Smash Brothers, my content was vastly different than everybody else's content in there, because no one else really did skits. They always did like gameplay stuff, and everyone was so like, you know, it's Nintendo, so you got to be so happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Haha, you know what I mean? And that's just not me. That was just not me. And I always felt like that was going to be a hindrance if I just stayed in Smash, because I was like, whenever I modeled or I saw like YouTubers who were in Nintendo or in Smash that were a lot higher, like their archetype was just completely polar opposite of how I was. So I was kind of like, all right, it was a gift and the curse for that to happen, because it also told me, all right, you got to do more than just Smash, Keith, please. But it also felt like my style of comedy kind of got more well received amongst like, I guess, Black people or more ethnic people. Not to say that like, you know, I don't have people like that's only Black or ethnic people that find it amusing, but it just felt like it earlier on in my career that was like the majority of people who watched me.
No,
I don't know what it is now, but that's how I felt back then.
No, it's definitely well received. Definitely well received. And, you know, I wanted to just get into finally about what was your most cherished piece of equipment that you invested in? You know, when you finally said, okay, this is like, okay, I'm now taking this seriously. For me, I think it would have been probably my gaming PC.
Yes.
Because that's like my baby now. That's something I've heavily invested in. That's something I know that I have to actually use, but it's really helped in terms of editing, content creating, streaming. You know, I'm able to now be, I guess, a cross-platform brand. You know, I can play on PC, I can play on my PS, my Xbox, or my Switch. But because of the PC, it's allowed me to provide that sort of access. So, yeah.
I think I would agree. Mine would be my gaming PC also, because before it would literally take me the whole day to edit on my laptop. Like, until you get a PC, you don't realize how much easier it is to do things on your PC than on your phone or on the laptop. Because I literally used to edit on my phone, and then I got a laptop that edit on my laptop. So when I got a PC, it was like, oh my gosh, like I could put out more content. Like it's crazy. It's so different. Like, and it speeds things up, and it makes me want to do more. Because before I'd be like, oh, I got to edit now. I got to edit. But now it's more like, oh yeah, I can edit. Just get it out the way, put it out, and yeah.
I think for me it was my chair, because like prior
yeah, that too, to be honest.
Yeah,
I just sit on my bed.
in like the earlier days, like I sat on like a wooden chair, and that really made me, I'm not gonna lie, my back just felt like a Dorito chip. It just was not a good time. Then when I finally got like I saved up a lot, 'cause it was like a DX Racer, not this one, but like the first one I had, which looks absolutely jacked up, because I treated that chair like a bed. Like I was so thankful for that thing for a while. I just slept in it. Like I just never wanted to leave it. That was like mind blowing. I can sit in something all day and not feel pain. That was great.
Yeah, because when you're here editing and then playing,
literally.
editing again, you need that comfort. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely my gaming rig. I always try to have like the strongest card in there. Like I do have a 2080 Ti in there right now, and 32 gigs of RAM, and the i7s, the i9, actually, all that stuff. That's the one part of my setup where I don't like skimp on price, and like when new stuff comes out for my rig, I definitely like upgrade to like the strongest stuff. Yeah, that's where I definitely have dumped most money in, but I look at it as an investment, right? I can honestly say I've never regretted it, because I mean that's your workstation. That's where you do everything from. So it's definitely worth it. I use a DSLR camera that was an investment in quality. So you have to look at everything, like an investment, and it's not necessarily a waste. And think about sometimes simplicity is best. Minimalism is best, because my setup used to be a lot more complex and elaborate, and I really like kind of dumbed it down and got rid of stuff that really wasn't necessary. That's another thing people need to be aware of. You don't need to have your desk full of a whole bunch of gadgets and a whole bunch of devices, just what you really need. So yeah, it's definitely my rig where I've spent most money.
Okay, so because I stream now, it's my PC. But if I didn't start streaming, it would probably be my capture card, because when you're on YouTube, obviously you need to upload gameplay, and you need a capture card to be able to do that. So it would definitely be the capture card if I wasn't streaming. But now, oh my God, I'm loving streaming. So it's definitely my PC.
For me, it would be my camera, just because most of my videos are skits. So whenever I want something to look clear or have a perfect angle or whatnot, I used to have a camera that didn't have the monitor on it couldn't flip, right? It didn't have a flip screen.
Yeah.
So I had to just record myself and just pray the shot was in focus. You know what I mean? And every time it wasn't, I was like, great, I just recorded for 10 minutes and let me just record the whole thing all over again. And that was such a waste of time. It was so bad. So when I finally got one with a flip screen and I could see if it's focused and get a better lens and not have to worry about a whole bunch of stuff that I had to, it made content creation so much easier for me.
No, definitely. I literally just invested in the M50. So it has like the mirrorless.
I have that one.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, thank God. 'Cause just like I had to just improvise, and if it looked good, it looked good. If it didn't, it didn't.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly.
No, but honestly, it has been super like amazing and inspiring having all of you guys, because again, I watch you guys, I'm a fan of you guys, and I wanted to make sure that this panel is a panel where people can watch this and look back and just say, okay, I've listened, I've gathered advice, I'm basically able to be prepared for the next gen of, you know, in gaming. And I wanted to let you guys know in regards to how well received you guys are, not just in the UK but around the world. You know, like I said earlier to Keith, that everyone does recognize your efforts, everyone does recognize your talents, people do watch you. You know, when I ask my friends, oh, who are some of your favorite like gaming content creators, they mention your names. So it's really good to have you, you know, again, GameSpot are amazing to provide this sort of thing. And finally, what are your predictions for Gamescom?
Oh man, I haven't, like, with COVID and everything, I haven't really given much thoughts into these events as much, because they're, you know, it's all like digital now, and I just feel like you kind of concern yourself less with like you know, knowing exactly what's going to happen. But I mean, I know like Ubisoft is going to be there, and you know, EA, you know, all the like major third-party developers are going to be there. So I'm definitely interested in seeing stuff from them, even Bethesda and Bandai Namco. So I'm looking forward to see what they'll have in store to show. But yeah, that's about it.
So for me, I'm excited to see how it's all going to be done, because I believe this is the first time the whole thing's going to be like an online thing due to the virus. So I'm just excited to see. I know there's a YouTube event which I'm going to be going to, how all that's done. So I haven't got any predictions as such. I'm just sat there excited, waiting to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I just want
Naruto game.
Pardon?
I just love a new Naruto game. Give me that and I'll be good.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. Get a new Naruto game. How about that? Let's get that. And something about Breath of the Wild too, man. I just they showed it
I
last.
was really the other day, actually.
Yeah, man. Look, Breath of the Wild is still my favorite game. I didn't think.
Yeah, I love that game.
That amazing, but I love it. And it's the first Zelda game I've ever played too. That's what's
really?
Wow. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What a good first game to play, though. It's the best one.
Definitely is.
Definitely. And I just want them to say something about the second one. And if they do, that's all I need. That's all I need.
I hope they talk about Metroid Prime. That's something I'm looking for. I need a new Metroid Prime game. That's something, at least. Just a little
They've
something.
been saying that for so long, though, haven't they? And
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't get your hopes up about anything, okay?
No,
Just don't do it. Don't do
No
it. Just don't do
expectations.
it.
Well, wait.
Tianna, what are you looking forward to? Anything in particular?
I'm the same as Sun. I'm just looking forward to see how they're going to do it, see how it's going to be laid out and presented. You know, I mean, I haven't got any predictions as such. I'm just excited to see how they're actually going to do it. It's going to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We're excited. I'm excited to see how it's going to unravel, what games are going to show us, because Gamescom is normally like the crucial one. E3 is like the sway, but Gamescom is when they really show the games out. So, but yeah, like, guys, it has been an absolute honor to have you on this panel, you know, and make sure you guys are all following them on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. These should be your next favorite YouTubers ever, period. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned.
The other way around? All right.
Okay, let's go.
I'm ready.
Okay.
So you just have me like talking to myself in the house.
Basically.
Nice. It's
But
all
at
about
least
me.
I've had practice now. I'm ready to go. I am ready.
Absolutely. I went back to slouching.
Did you? Oh god.
Yeah.
This is gonna be it for me. I'm gonna win a round.
All right.
Oh, break through the doors. This isn't a bad one. This isn't too bad. This is okay.
Wait till I get like stepped on, right? And not in a good way.
In the worst way. Oh yeah, because this one you kept getting stamped on.
Yeah, I got trampled, pushed to the side, ended up elsewhere, you know.
Bless your
Then
soul.
someone like just threw themselves at me, and it was kind of terrifying. Kind of terrifying.
Okay, we're ready to go. Where are you? There you are. You're
I'm
there.
in the front.
I'm gonna follow you. I think your door's gonna work. Yes, it did. Everything Rose does is right. I'm gonna follow Rose. Okay, maybe not.
You had too much hope in me. Too much.
Oh no.
Are none of these doors working?
No, I hate that. Oh no, everyone's. Ugh! I'm gonna start grabbing people if this continues. Yeah. Ooh.
Sun's getting hands up.
Getting handsy. Okay, come on now. You know what? I think this is the worst one because you always get pushed to the side. This is like how I felt in high school. And I'm feeling it all over again. The nostalgia, not in a good way.
Yeah.
Come on, I can qualify. You can't even run on this game. Oh my! Right, rage quit. Please rage quit with me.
Oh, okay, rage quitting.
Please,
Right, got it.
let's do this together. We're in this together.
Till the end, my girl. Till the
All
end.
for one and one for all.
You're trying too hard.
Get lost.
But I can't. You're my husband. I go wherever you're going.
I'm gonna divorce you if you carry on. You meant.
Oh, will you?
You went quiet there. I thought, oh, sorry.
You want me better? JK.
True. No, it's so true.
Toxic
Don't
relationships
remind
101.
Don't remind me.
Oof.
Woo! This noise when you're not playing this game, all I hear is woo, woo, in my head. The music is so annoying. Catchy. Okay, this
It's
one.
just so
I'm good at.
jammy.
Yeah, but it's annoying.
You just go to work and then this is all you hear.
I'm putting the glasses on for this. This is this.
Oh,
business.
serious, son.
I mean business. Right. Okay.
Imagine.
I wouldn't mind.
I'll
it'd be
get
fun.
some like free publicity right here.
Wait,
JK.
I was gonna say let's do it on stream, you know, but I didn't know if like you wanted to or not.
I was game for that, but oh my god, someone pushed me up already. But then everyone would see how bad I am.
You're good at this game. Look, oh no, you're behind me now. Okay, sorry.
Is it you who's touching
Yeah,
me? Oh my god. You are so inappropriate.
You
Oh
taught
my-
me. You said, "Oh, grab everybody." So everybody includes you. You know, we're playing against each
okay,
other.
so I'm not special anymore.
You
I
are.
see.
You are. That's why I've only grabbed you.
Uh-huh.
You're the
You
only
best
person
only be
that
touching
got,
me in it.
You're the only person that got the G. There you are. You're so easy to recognise in that outfit, you know.
That was the whole point.
Oh, what the hell? Why does my screen do that? Yes! I'm gonna qualify! Oh, no!
Go.
What?
Okay, so clearly you need to just not tell people that you're gonna qualify because you just mess yourself up.
Did you qualify?
Yes, I just rage quit. Let's go again. Let's go
Okay,
again.
no, I don't want to play this stupid game no more.
You can't have every single one of your bits of footage being you getting eliminated, son.
I can! I can and I will! That's it! Okay, let's go. Come on, we've got this. Focus on the game. I'm like, I can't focus. It's just too hard.
I guess your mental breakdowns on stream is also fun.
Exactly.
To
And
them.
that's me constantly having a breakdown on stream.
And there's me just, you know, innocent bystander, and you're just like, Rose is shorter than everyone in the world. And I'm like, okay.
You know what it is that no one believes that I'm short. So you're the only person to confirm. So, but you're shorter than me, so it's like, yeah, I'm short, but Rose is shorter.
but no one knows my height either.
What are you? You're very short. Just like, you're definitely like 4'11".
You basically just told them earlier that I was only 4 foot, and I was like, excuse you?
Yeah, I know you're not. I know. Wait, are
Only,
you?
Like, there was no 4'11". It was like, Rose is 4 foot. I'm like, great.
I think you're like.
You were so savage. It was really mean. I was like, okay. No, it was fine to be like, oh, you're sure, but then you're just like, okay, bear in mind, guys, she has like no height altogether.
You know what? Because when I first saw you, I was so happy. I was like, oh, you're shorter than me? This is
oh my god,
fantastic.
son, you were so toxic. Oh, my days.
It's great. It's cute though. Oh my gosh, no. What is going on? Ah!
Stop getting friendly with the balls and just qualify.
Yes!
Thank you.
41. Did you see that?
Yeah.
This close. I was this close. Who's the man?
Top 3.
Where are you?
I was top 3.
Was you? Okay, no, just flex on me like that.
Hey.
Mrs. Top 3, we get it.
I'm sorry, I'm from the fighting games community. I can't compete because I'm crap. But here I can flex.
Really? But you run it. And you're just not competing because you're not like.
No, I
you're better than me.
Photography thing.
You're better than me. It's not hard though, is it? Really, it's not an accomplishment to be better than me at games. Or is
Let's all
it?
just fail together, right?
Yeah, it's fun failing. You know what? I do want to become really good at a game though. I want to be. Really? I fell off already. I'm always falling off. Why are people grabbing me up? That's you! That's you! Did you fall off too?
Yeah, I did. I followed you off.
Oh, we're in this together. We're all in it. No, I want to win this one. Don't do this to me, Rose. Have you fell off?
No. Still going.
I like this new dive thing that I've discovered today. I've been playing it for all this long and never knew about the dive, you know.
For real?
Yeah. That's bad, isn't it?
Pretty.
I didn't know about the dive. That's why it was so bad. You'd think my people in chat would say, yeah, son, you're not diving.
You're not diving it up? Yeah, I know, right?
No.
They just sit there like,
Ah.
a few hours later, like, oh, you haven't, do you know how to dive?
Yeah, someone said, oh, guys, does she know how to dive? No, I don't know how to dive. That's why I'm not diving.
Do you know, I was supposed to play Fall Guys today on stream, and I ended up playing Kill It With Fire.
Oh, it's so good, right?
It's so addictive and so stupid. I love it.
It is so good.
My favorite weapon is the frying pan at this point.
I've not got that far. Why is it so hard to kill the spider with a book? Did you find that hard too?
Yeah, I did, and I eventually got it.
Could you? I quit. I rage quit and then went to the next level. I was like, nope, not today, not today. Oh my gosh!
Go, 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 go!
Yes! Yes!
So even with the mild touching, right? we got it.
We did it. Even with you trying to hold me down, I qualified. We did this together. No falling off for us. 31 remaining. Imagine if we win this. Imagine if I win this. Like, if you win this, it's not that shocking. If I win this.
Oh yeah, true, true.
If I win this, it's very shocking.
What is this, third game now?
Yeah, I think so. What time is it? Not that it matters. Well, it does matter a bit, to be fair. Oh yeah, I need to send this to Steph, you know. It does matter. How much have you played of it? Can you say?
Oh, I'd have Kill It With Fire.
No, how much have you played of this today? How many you?
Today, I was supposed to, but I got caught up with a huge just chatting segment, which I rarely ever do.
You know what? It's so easy to be caught just chatting, isn't it?
To be honest, yeah. Like, the thing is, right, our streams today were so different. I was all like, positivity, love, self-care, take care of yourselves, you weirdos.
And I'm like,
this drama happened to me, and I'm like, okay.
I know, I was covering the drums. No positive energy for me. Right.
You know,
Oh wait, bananas. What was it? Please be a banana, because that's what. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, that's so great. All I remembered was the banana. Okay, now what? I'm on the grape, the strawberry. Was it a strawberry?
The grapes,
it's a cherry.
cherries, and oranges.
It's a cherry, not a strawberry. Someone pushed me off the side of this game before. Yes, I know which one. Someone pushed me off the side of it. Wait, they're pushing me off now! No! Why are they so toxic in this? Fall Guys players are so toxic, aren't they?
They really are. These beans are so toxic.
Yeah, do they not know that they're dressed up like weird animals and how can they think they look cool? No one looks cool in this game. And they're out here trying to push me. Oh my god, I'm on top of someone! Did you see? Yes! We did
I
it!
did a huge dive just to get there.
I'm so excited. This is it for me. I'm gonna win Fall Guys. This is it. I'm gonna take that W and show it to the whole entire world. That's what's gonna happen.
Let's go. Let's get
Yes! I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm like, so excited. I've not really came this far before. I think I've got to near. Have we got one more left?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god, I could actually win. I could win today. Oh my god, this is really making me feel all hot and bothered. Oh no!
You hate this one.
No! I want this slime. I can't. I want this slime. I've not even got to the top of this game before. It looks disgusting. It looks difficult. Oh great, where are you?
Second row.
Why is it, do you jump to the side?
I always fail at that, and even then, these people are bumping into me and just pushing me off already.
It's really hard, isn't it? Do you hate this one too, or is it just me?
Do I what now?
Do you hate this one?
I don't really hate it, to be honest.
Oh, I'm full of so much hate. No! How do I get back up?
Oh.
Okay, great. I'll just go the normal way. Really? Everyone makes me sick in this game. Oh! Did you fall off too?
Yeah, the
That's
same
it.
place where you did.
Okay, I'm not having it. We're ending the gameplay, everybody. Goodbye. Bye, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
That's how we do it. I'm so upset. Eliminated. Look at us. Sad. I might even just cry.
Alright, let's ready up then. Let's get this W. I'm ready to get a mean W. Oh, I'm in the front line. Oh, it's time. I'm about to put the burners on them. The burners have been activated. Oh no, I tripped. Ooh, what? Burners are. Oh no! Oh, planned. It was all planned. Burners on them. Oh no.
What the?
I can't get up there. Oh my god, bro. What is happening? I'm getting trampled! Bro, what's going on, bro? No! Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm in an infinite, bro.
What the?
I finally made it. I was in an infinite. That's crazy.
Nice. I got through.
Alright, we up. Go. Yes! Go.
What the?
No!
Get off me.
No! I died!
Oh my no! Oh, I fell off.
Oh, no.
I got this. I got this. We gonna do this. No, I fell off again. Alright, so I'm not going through the center no.
Are you serious? I fell off again? No! I keep falling off! Why? Bro, No, he hit, bro. Get out the way. Oh my god.
Get off me, dude.
This dude literally.
No, it fell off.
Why? I'm going on. We out. We out. We out. I'm out. Let's go.
I just
qualify. Did you qualify?
I'm eliminated.
Wait, what? So even if I qualify, you don't qualify?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that sucks.
Fall Guy 1487.
Yeah. Wait, what? I think I'm 1473 though.
What?
I'm Fall Guy 1473. I'm pretty sure.
Wait.
I think. I know I'm 14 something. Did I die from that?
Cycles through. I don't see no 1487.
1473 is what I am.
Oh, okay. 1470. I see.
1473.
Yeah. Man.
Why do I keep getting hit, bro?
You sliding off, bro.
Oh my god, please. Yeah. Alright, we out. All these seesaws, bro. Everyone's trashing the seesaw. Can I get a W, please? Let me get this W. Let me get this. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, we out. Oh no. Oh no. Yes, we out. We out. Ooh. No.
There you go.
No. We out. No. We out. Let's go. Top 10. No, he tried to stop me. What? Who plays like that? Oh my god.
That's how people play in these games.
Who plays like that?
He's such a troll.
He legit just tried to stop me. It's like I'm losing because other people are garbage. Oh my!
Jesus.
I've never done this one. Oh,
because
we
it's
out.
moving backwards and you have to dodge.
Oh, we out!
Watch out for the banana.
Oh! We out. Where's it coming? Oh. Get out the way!
If you get decked by
No!
a or a banana,
I'm so close. No!
I am going to laugh.
Yes! Easy money! Let's go! Top 10
That was
again! Top 10 again! Let's get this W. They must have added these, bro. I've never done or seen any of these yet.
There are still games I have not played.
What? Oh, I guess you have to... I'm gonna let somebody go before me because I don't know what the hell. Oh, find the path?
You gotta take the Piccolo route? Oh, yeah, the bots disappear as you
Why? Oh, watch out! Oh my god! Oh no.
So, you had the right idea. Wait,
No!
they disappear?
No, I think there's multiple ways to get in there. No, let's go! Let's go! Oh, no. Ah! Oh no!
Why would you go that way?
Oh yo! No! Oh my god! I fell to this one? Oh my god! This is trash. No! No! Oh my god! This is so bad. This is so bad. I'm gonna cut him off. You. Oh, I'm doing so bad. I'm doing so bad.
You're at the bottom.
I'm at the very bottom, bro. Ah!
Osili-Wood. I'm a video games presenter and journalist.
Hi everyone, I'm Jen Lopez. I'm the founder of Black Girl Gamers, and yeah, that's pretty much me.
Hey, I'm Cam Robinson, and I'm a video games presenter and also run a production company called Double Jump.
Amazing. So we're going to get right into it. So, how did you guys start your gaming career?
So I started off, I actually started out as a political journalist for the BBC, so completely different. And basically whilst I was there, I've kind of always loved games. That's something I've always been really passionate about. So I asked if I could kind of sneakily cover them on the side in my own free time. And luckily for me, they said yes, although they did call it an infantile hobby. But they did let me do it. So yeah, that was fun.
Nice.
And yeah, so basically it's kind of gone from there. I was very lucky that at that point, you know, there wasn't a lot of mainstream games journalism. So it meant that whenever people were looking for somebody, you know, my name would come up. From there, I kind of set up my own YouTube channel, got my own TV show. I most recently worked at PlayStation as the editor of their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And now I'm freelance.
It's amazing.
Absolutely amazing. No, honestly, that's why we got you for our Gamer Girls Night In panel in January. Yeah. So, you know.
I love that kind of do-it-yourself kind of thing. So for me, I think I'll have the weird background. I didn't study it. I didn't have a kind of side step into it. I just created a platform with a big mouth, essentially. So after just experiencing a lot of sexism and racism, I decided to create a safe space for myself and others in the community. And so we've just grown that over the years, over 5 years now, to have about almost 7,000 women globally. I run events, diversity consulting, cultural strategy consulting as well, because a lot of game companies, you know, the growth of the industry has been quite, there's been a lot of nepotism. And I think the culture and just modern society is changing, and to be in touch with different audiences and to be in touch with what is progressive, people need and companies need to talk to people. So I do Black Girl Gamers, but I also do talks and that consulting piece as well.
Amazing. I might challenge you for the weird entry into gaming. I actually studied biology at university, so nothing to do with what I do now. Oh wow, there you go. I think there is, like, I remember a former colleague of mine, Jane Douglas, she was a nuclear physicist, I think, as well. So there's this kind of science into gaming as a thing.
Oh, good. I don't feel weird anymore.
But yeah, so I actually started in gaming by entering a presenting competition and didn't win. So that's how you get in. You don't win things. And yeah, then I pretty much made a pilot of a show that was about science and video games and sent it off to GameSpot. And this was about 9 years ago. And yeah, that got me the job. And now bizarrely, I run a company with the guy who I randomly emailed with this example video that I made. So kind of a serendipity there.
That is
so yeah, if you don't, it shows if you don't win something, doesn't matter, just keep trying. And you know, if you're dedicated enough, hopefully you should find a way in. Yeah, so that's, and now I run a production company called Double Jump, and we work mainly in the games industry with, you know, Nintendo, Bethesda, 2K, all the kind of big production the big game publishers. We make video game trailers or social assets or pretty much any video that they need, as well as like helping people live stream and doing a bit of presenting on the side. So we try and do a bit of everything, which is I think the most fun way to do work.
I was gonna say, yeah, that is fun. Super cool.
Yeah, I believe like everybody has like got into gaming the unorthodox way, like, you know, not the conventional way of going to uni, studying gaming, then going into the gaming industry. Everyone's kind of found their way on their own, like myself. And I think this is the perfect panel as well, because people are able to see that there's not one way to go into the games industry. So yeah. So next question is, what was the transition like for you before COVID, and what is it for you like now, the current climate that we're in?
For me, bizarrely, it's not been too bad actually. So despite being a presenter, I kind of do a lot of work from home anyway. So I have, you know, a full studio set up at home. I have my brick wallpaper. You know, I love it. You know, so I'm kind of lucky. You know, I literally have a full studio. I have an auto cue. I have a multicam setup that I can shoot live from. I've got lights. I've got everything. So I've been very lucky that for me, it's been a very smooth transition. And in particular, I think the games and media industry has tried really hard to be really creative and innovative during this period. They've really, put on fantastic events and panels and come up with different ways to produce content. So, I'm lucky that I've done lots of kind of really weird things. So I, hosted for the BAFTA Games Awards. I hosted the red carpet from my house, which was really strange. It's a really weird thing to say you've done that.
Yeah.
And then we've done things like, BAFTA panels and just done it over Zoom. And in a way, I'm kind of a little bit scared if it's ever going to go back to normal, because it's been so simple and straightforward and a very smooth transition that, it's kind of hard to imagine how we'll go back to hiring out whole studios and having massively expensive kind of on location sets. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's true. I think for me, I'd take it two ways. So I completely echo what Elle has said. So, gaming is a predominantly digital space anyway. So there's a lot of digital stuff that you can do anyway. So I think for me, COVID actually brought about an event that I've been wanting to do for over a year. And it's more simple to do because I have a lot of a very global audience. My platform has a very global audience. So to attract those people and get them all in one space, digitally is the best way to do it. So I had the Black Girl Gamer Summit, which was, just people from all different parts of the world. And that was brought about because I couldn't do it IRL and I didn't have the money to do it IRL and I don't have the funds to do it. So why not do it digitally and get sponsorship? And so that's how it happened. And so COVID brought that about, and it was something new and different that I was really proud of. Like during COVID, obviously there's been a whole, issue with police brutality and the Black Lives Matter movement. That's really affected my community a lot. And what I've seen is a lot of solidarity, a lot of support, a lot of love being shared around the community, which is even more so than before, I think, because sometimes when you have that common enemy, you tend to band together quite closely. And I think in gaming, there's been that reaction to that, which has kind of had a ripple in the industry in a way. I don't know how far that ripple is going to travel, but there has been a ripple there, and it's been interesting to see how companies have reacted to both COVID and that issue, because we've been hit with a double whammy essentially. It's not just been one thing; it's been multiple things. So it's very interesting. I would say very interesting all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear, how your experiences are kind of different from what I've had in a way, in the sense that, obviously, because we're a production company primarily, usually that means going places and filming. Yeah. But it is the wonderful thing about the games industry is that I feel like throughout COVID, we probably all witnessed this, all other industries have suddenly looked at the internet and been like, oh wow, did you know the internet's a great way to communicate with other people? Right. And gaming's yes, we've been doing this for decades. And so I felt quite smug. I don't know about you guys all the way through this. But yeah, it's, as a production company, it's been mixed for us, because on the one side, we haven't been able to go to places and film. Normally in a year we're quite fortunate and do a fair amount of international travel, going to development studios around the world and filming on location. So it's been a shame not to be able to do that. But on the other side, we've kind of pivoted a bit and been making game trailers and jumping on opportunities like that. So it's been okay. There is still work out there. I think as far as broadly industries go, I think we're very lucky. I think gaming overall is probably one of the few industries which is faring fairly well. I'm not an expert on how it's been affecting the development side of games. I'm sure there's been some difficulties there. Yeah. But in terms of the media side and the marketing side and the communication side, I think it's probably one that's weathered the storm fairly well.
You're right, especially when you said about the development part. Quite a lot of games have been delayed due to everyone being moved at home, and a lot of things are done better in the studios, but again, there is the comfort of playing games at home, doing stuff at home, because gaming is predominantly at home. So yeah, we are very, very lucky. You guys have kind of answered my next question, but I would say, what have been, I guess the best things about your line of work during COVID? It is an unfortunate situation, but again, like we said, gaming has been predominantly at home. But what has been, the best bits of working from home, I guess?
I guess, for me, as I said, it's nice because I've just got to use all the very expensive equipment I've had that, hasn't had quite as much use before. And I'm like, finally, this is paying off. But I think it's, one of the things that's been nice for me is I do a lot of work, particularly in mainstream media. I do a lot of work with the BBC, people like that, where I'm often having to kind of talk about why games aren't dangerous, why games aren't going to turn your kids, violent, why they're important. So, and I do that a lot. And I think one of the things that I've loved during lockdown is just how many people have really embraced gaming, how many people have seen how much joy it can bring to their lives, to their children's lives, to their friends' lives. And so it's been quite nice for me. I've done lots of different pieces. I've had a much more variety in the kind of work I've been asked to do. So, I've talked more about things like Fortnite as an entertainment platform and a storytelling platform, or I've been able to, I made a podcast documentary about the science behind why games genuinely positively affect your brain. Because people are kind of desperate to hear that, because they're playing so much during lockdown, or their kids are playing so much during lockdown, that actually they want to hear why it's positive. And so it's actually been a really wonderful opportunity for me to really kind of spread the good word about gaming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior gaming? For me, basically, I'm gonna kind of echo what Cam said. I did feel really smart because people even asked me to talk about how to maintain a community online, because now not just brands but actual companies that work, their employees, how to maintain positive employee sentiment and all of that stuff. And it's like, well, I've been doing this for 6 years now, I'm the expert in the room. And so it's been super different to actually see that underground or kind of other feel from gaming kind of dissipate. Which is so cool, because I think we were a step ahead of the game, pardon the pun, but we really were. And I think that now companies are starting to look at us as really, actually, we're not weird, geeky, nerdy, quote unquote gamers that sit in the basement. That cliche is kind of being getting rid of. So I'm really enjoying that. The time during COVID is really just bringing the community together via events, via internal and external events, spending more time. I get to spend more time with the community because I'm at home all the time, for the most part. And, it's just nice to be able to fortify the community, work on things that needed work on, but just didn't have the time at the time. Delegate, get to know more people, get to bring in more people. It's been really fun to show my love for the community. I call them my babies, even though they're grown women and some of them are older than me. But it's been really fun to spend more time with them and get to know them and just play Animal Crossing and just have little events and parties. It's been really fun. That's been the highlight, really.
It's really great to hear such positive almost like silver linings. And I hadn't really thought, actually, Elle, about the fact that you're right, this is such a great opportunity for gaming to stand up and say, hey, look at the positive impact we have on people's lives. And honestly, I hadn't really thought of that. So it's great you mentioned it. I think in terms of for me personally, the good side of things is, being able to work at home is good in some ways, because we have a studio in South London, which I normally would go to, and that's great, but it's nice to be able to do a bit of mixing. I look forward to the time where we can get back there sometimes for projects, but there's something great about having the extra time that working at home affords you, and being able to maybe play some games at lunchtime and all that jazz as well. So there definitely is some positives, and I think it's really important in an industry that we are, just to acknowledge how fortunate we have been through this. Broadly, I know there's definitely people in the games industry, certainly on the journalism side, which especially if you potentially freelance, for some people I know have struggled because there is maybe less budget out there for more investigatory PCs right now, but hopefully that will come back. But broadly, feeling pretty fortunate, even though it has been a challenge.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it has strived. In our cases, gaming is just more than sitting in front of a TV, especially now, as all of us, we work in the industry. So there's been other ways to kind of make it more innovative, give the advice to those who are not used to doing things digitally anymore, So this is everything you guys have said, I totally agree on. And that's something, I've been implementing as well through my own, platform. So for someone starting out, in the freelancer contracting world in the games industry, how can they prepare themselves for the next generation of gaming? How can they be ahead of the game?
I think for me, first of all, just making sure that you're visible. So, I think lots of people, they love games, and then you'll see a job come up, say on Twitter or somewhere, and they'll reply and say, oh, I don't have a portfolio, or I don't have a blog, or but like, I really love games. I'm really excited to write about them. And it's like, well, you need to have stuff somewhere. For me, I think that's really important, particularly as, gaming is becoming ever more mainstream. More and more people want to do this. They want to get involved. So, whether you want to make games, whether you want to write about games, whatever you want to do, you need to have your work out there. You need to be constantly writing. You need to be making sure you're staying up to date. You need to be putting that stuff somewhere that, if I put a job up, you can send me it straight away and be like, here's what I'm doing. You can see, the recent work I've done. I think that's really, really important because, as we move into this next generation, there's going to be a really big push to bring more people into gaming. And so, if you're already here, start making a name for yourself now. I think that's really important. And then obviously, as we move into next gen, you might feel a big kind of pressure to buy consoles, to have every console, to make sure that you are kind of, in terms of technology, ahead of the curve. And I don't necessarily think that that's, hugely vital. I'm sure we'll touch on this later in the panel, but, I do think that actually something we see particularly in games journalism is, it's about having a different perspective or finding an interesting angle. And, we still have articles that are written about games that are a decade old, that are 2 decades old, so it's about honing your voice and your craft. It's not necessarily about, making sure you're completely technologically up to date. It's about making sure you're just building a body of great work, and then, maybe someone will send you a console for free.
Fingers crossed. PlayStation, if you're reading it.
So for me, I think from the brand perspective, for the next generation of gamers, like, due to just internet access being more widely distributed across the globe, I think that gaming companies need to prepare for their market to not be so monolithic. I think they need to prepare for people who are of all shades and all creeds and all backgrounds, even more so than they are today, to be playing their product. And so I think brands need to start looking at the democratization of a couple of things. I think they need to look at the processes in which gaming operates, because let's not front, some of the ways in which the game industry works are kind of janky, kind of sometime-ish. Sometimes like contracts are here, contracts are there.
Yeah.
So I think that needs to be fortified in a proper way. I think that kind of niche feel, gaming is not niche anymore. There's not 5 billion gamers in the world.
Yeah.
One of the billions, I can't remember which one, but it is like so many. So I feel like there's so much to do when it comes to the next generation. And I'm not talking about consoles, I'm just talking about the next generation of people coming into the industry. That needs to be looked at preemptively before, we continue on a path where I feel like still we've got a lot of work to do. For gamers who are coming into the next generation, or content creators or stuff, I just feel like a lot of people get stuck into this kind of gamers entitlement. A lot of people do have to work for what they do, and if you want to be better than other people out there, you have to be determined. You can't expect people to come to you. You have to do your pitch decks, you have to do your stuff, you have to be on people's radars, like Elle was saying, making sure you're visible, shoot your shot. That's something I always say to people. So I think next generation, the market's vastly going to change. You see esports teams in countries that you wouldn't associate esports with, if depending on where you come from, obviously. So I think the next generation is just a lot of variety, and I think the industry has to be prepared for that. Am I going to buy a next gen console? Yes. Am I going to buy it straight away? No. I don't have that money, so I'm going to wait and see when it goes down, or maybe work with a company for it. But I think, again, I don't think you need to get it straight away. I think there's always issues anyway when you get it straight away. I would say just hold off, wait, and see what you like first. I always say to observe, watch streams, and see what you like, and then go for the console that you like, not what everyone's telling you to go for.
I think Jane and Elle have absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, like
you've said everything.
Apologies.
I know it's good. It's great to hear. I mean, just to echo the things that were that were particularly crucial to me. But like, as Elle said, absolutely, everyone loves games. Everyone wants to work in games. It's not enough. You need to make something. When I was at Gamespot for 4 years, I got my job by sending a video. I only once got sent a video in that entire time for people. I got sent emails every day, people wanting to apply for jobs. No one ever sent me a video, and I couldn't understand why. Make something if you want to get into the industry. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're passionate about it. So, you know, and also that's kind of links to find that angle, whether it's in journalism or PR, whatever it is that you want to get into. Find that angle that is a bit unique and special to you, and do that. You know, don't just talk about it, do it. But also talk about it. It's important too.
Definitely. I definitely, you know, agree with all of, you know, your points and everything. And I feel like the next generation is going to be super huge. You know, it's the tipping point. It's going to be important, not for just us as people in the industry, but those who actually are in the higher ups, you know, the studios, the, you know, the developers, the publishers. They have a lot riding on this, and it's just a thing of making things seamless, so everyone works together in unison, you know. So for gamers in general, not necessarily those who are in the industry, what are the few things you guys would say to prepare, you know, for the next gen in regards to budget, you know, in regards to, you know, how they can just, I guess, sprucing up their gaming experience?
So in terms of kind of budget, obviously there's kind of very straightforward tips there. So luckily the thing about the games industry is that we love to make a big noise about our consoles coming. So there's no kind of surprise launches, you know, for a very long time that they're on the way. So you could start, you know, if you already know which one you're interested in, or whether it's both, you know, you can kind of start putting money away. You can start, you know, kind of reducing your spending where possible, that kind of thing, however's best for you to save. I think in terms of kind of preparing for the next gen, I think you know, if you're looking to kind of spruce up your gaming experience, I think that actually in a year like this, we tend to see, you know, game releases, big game releases, AAA kind of prestige titles starting to slow down a little bit. You know, we don't have as many big titles coming out, but what we do have is loads of little indie games that pop up in the space left behind, you know. So there's lots of really great experimental titles that you could go out there and play. It's actually a really great chance because, you know, all the studios are working on these, you know, their big PS5 titles, their big Xbox Series X titles. And so actually, you know, there's more space for these games that maybe you wouldn't have discovered in a normal year. Perhaps you'd have been playing something else. So you can kind of go out and track those down. It's a really great chance for you to find really little indie gems that you wouldn't have played before, or just to go back and kind of revisit the generation, you know, that we've had. I think it's been really fun. You know, there's a really great writer called Vix, and she recently wrote about how, you know, everyone's been comfort gaming in this period of time. And I think that's exactly it. I've been going back and replaying old favourites, really kind of falling in love with them again. And so there's kind of lots of different things you can do to prepare yourself to kind of rethink about re-experience this generation before we go into the next one, so you really feel what's different about it, you really appreciate the jump that we're about to make. And then, like I said, yeah, just kind of vary what you're playing, go and have as many experiences as possible, particularly if you're keen to get into the industry. Then that's something you should be doing anyway. You should always be kind of looking outside the obvious, but this year is a really great chance to do it. There's really great indie gems out there for you to find.
I completely agree. I found some really great indie gems that I've been playing, and I feel like indie sometimes come out with the best new IP anyway, because I do find that a lot of AAA, you know, prestige publishers, they tend to release the same thing over and over again, and I get tired. So I love having some new IP. I think it's great, and I think indie is the next step for that, and that's why you see a lot of AAA publishers working with indie studios or buying them out and stuff like that. I think it's really great. I don't think you need to break the wallet for things. I think there are always ways around things, even if you do it the very traditional Caribbean way, get everyone to put money in a pot, and then you buy it out afterwards, and you guys put money in the pot the next month, called a partner. Like, that's another way to do it. There's always different ways to do it. I don't think you need to break your back and break the bank over buying a new console. I definitely think there's different ways.
Yeah, great tips. I think another thing is there's lots of free games. More than ever, there is high quality free titles that you can go and play now. I mean, okay, you do need a console or a PC initially, so there is that cost barrier to entry, but you know, there's so many free games now. I mean, I've spent probably more time playing Apex Legends this year than I have anything else, to my shame, and that's free. Which is crazy. So there really is options right out there to either play free games or, you know, as Al said, revisit old classics. I replayed the original Last of Us, and it's still one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. So there's so much out there, and I know I'm as much of a kind of sucker for this as probably anyone, that feeling of wanting to be doing the new thing and playing that new game. But now is a great time to be like, hold on. I mean, there isn't that many new big AAA titles coming yet. You know, maybe revisit indies, as Elle said, or free games, or just go back and play that game that, you know, you're always like, hey, that's my favorite. Now's a great time to replay it.
Why do you think, you know, the transparency in the games industry isn't as transparent? So I'm talking in regards to jobs, finances, opportunities, you know, ways for people to, you know, I guess, go into the games industry.
Maybe the perception of gaming has added to that a little bit, because I think if gaming was seen as less of an insular niche, again, quote unquote underground industry, there'd be a lot more interest in it a long time ago. A bit more like, you know, how fashion companies are now trying to enter, and all these PR and all these different agencies all trying to enter gaming because they realized gaming was the only industry to not really lose chunks of money during COVID. So I think if there was an outside interest before, there would probably be a bit more transparency, a bit more structure coming in. But yeah, everything that Elle said, really and truly, I think it's a very young industry, and unfortunately it's kind of adopted again that lack of diversity, that I'm not saying high nepotism is a bad thing, but high levels of it in an industry which keeps out diversity is an issue. And so I think just getting that structure, just like Elle said, getting that infrastructure, but not losing that charm, not losing that fun, just varied space where anyone can create anything. I think that's really, really key. But again, it's a very young industry, and it's built itself from the ground up, really and truly. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to add because you guys have absolutely nailed it. I mean, the only one that I can really speak to experience of is the fact that, you know, I moved down from Scotland to London to work in the games industry because there was nothing in Scotland when I was there. Now it's a bit different. Like Glasgow is a very creative city, and there's a few development studios there, but they're mainly indies. And it's, yeah, if you want to work in media up there, fat chance, you know, it's really, really difficult. So yeah, it'd be great to see some spreading around of the industry across the UK. I mean, you look at other countries in Europe, you know, in France, there's multiple cities, there's Paris, there's Lyon, you know, there's probably others, I can't remember, but you know, in other countries, there's usually at least 2 places which are viable places you could set up and work in the industry. And that's one of the things, you know, again, to tie it back to COVID, this is hopefully one of the things that might be a very small silver lining of this horrendous event, is that it will hopefully encourage people to not just all locate in London, because we're seeing the negative effects of working in a main city during a pandemic. You know, it's a really serious thing. So hopefully if this can encourage industries to allow people to work all around, to disperse themselves around the country, that can help bring in, you know, local grassroots people into the industry from those cultures. Because yeah, I mean, the games industry in the UK is very white, it's very male, it's very English. So yeah, we need to change that. Definitely agree. I feel like, you know, going forward now, you know, it should be a thing where things should now kind of sprucing up, especially because of how things have been highlighted now that everyone is home. Everyone has more attention, you know, in regards to what are the issues and, you know, what can be done to improve the games industry as well. So what are you guys excited about, you know, for the next generation of gaming?
Super fast loading times.
Oh, yes. Please.
I genuinely like
it. You can go make a cup of tea.
Truly, like this is just what I'm here for, is yeah, these super fast loading times. That's what I'm genuinely most excited about. You know, I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, I know I should be saying, like, you know, these expensive new worlds and this, but it really is, you know, I'm very,
little thing.
Well, genuinely, as somebody who plays, you know, both across PC and console, you know, in particular, this next generation of consoles, you know, the difference is really stark in terms of loading time. So, you know, when we saw some of the footage, particularly say in the PS5 state of play, it was just incredible. They were like, just so you know, that was the loading screen. And I was like, oh, what? Oh my God. Like, yeah, I will play anything. If you promise me like a 2-second loading time, like, I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. Knack 3? Okay, let's do it. Like, you know, I'm good. So I'm very, very excited about that. I think I'm also just really excited for kind of the potential of playing games anywhere and any time. You know, we've not quite nailed it yet. Obviously, we've got Stadia, and that's kind of not taken off perhaps as they hoped. And you know, and things like kind of PlayStation Now, again, still not had quite the level of pickup that they would like. Although I did play PlayStation Now on a beach, which was like incredible. But you know, I think that's kind of what I'm really excited for, because I think this idea of having, you know, we're still not quite there. I think Xbox is definitely the closest, but a Netflix of games is, you know, I'm really desperate for that, because I'm somebody who, you know, I love to comfort game. I love to go back and play games over and over. I play something different kind of a lot. And so the idea of just being able to kind of pick through and just pick it up wherever, you know, play it on my phone, play it on my laptop, you know, go and get into bed and play it there, you know, that kind of thing. I'm really, really excited for that. And so a lot of it relies on the internet infrastructure, and that's difficult because, you know, that's not really under anybody's control. But I'm really excited for the steps we're taking in that direction, and also just how much that kind of opens up the games industry. Because I think one of the things I find really interesting about games as an industry is that we, unlike say you wanted to get into films, you wanted to get into television, and people said, oh, there are these classics you should know that really inform how people have created film, how people created television. You know, you can go back and watch them. You are most likely going to be able to find them somewhere online. You can go back, you can get involved. Games, that's really difficult to do. You know, if somebody, you know, now if you're talking about, say, something like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, if you didn't play that originally, you know, and you're somebody who's new to games, do you know about emulators? I mean, I know I shouldn't mention emulators, but do you know about emulators? Do you know?
We're all thinking.
I know. I was like,
everyone went quiet.
But genuinely, you know, it's difficult because that's what you kind of have to do. We have really terrible heritage protection in our industry. We don't protect you. We've got the National Video Games Museum who are doing really great work trying to protect our legacy, but we don't have that. And so if you want to come into our industry now, it's actually really difficult to play loads and loads of games. Are you going to go and buy every console there ever has been and buy all the games for it? So I love this idea that actually, as we start to bring these online, what you could just do is sign up for Xbox Game Pass. What you could just do is sign up for PlayStation Now, and then you can play all of these classic titles that you really need to know and have played and experienced to be successful in this industry. And so I think it's actually going to be really great for democratizing, you know, entry into our industry. So that's, you know, that's what I'm really excited about. So fingers crossed that like the internet infrastructure gets sorted, just a tiny little ask, so that we can really, you know, use that kind of streaming potential, you know, to its full potential. I've said potential twice there. I'm a professional journalist and presenter.
That's the presenter in her. She's making sure she doesn't repeat words to me.
Yeah.
No, that was going to be my point. Like literally, the next 10 million gamers are coming from the African continent, from South America, according to a study that I recently read. So that democratization is very, very key. We shouldn't all need to shell out, you know, a couple of hundred at least to access games and to be able to play games. I think it's really, really key to do so, and that's why I said companies need to prepare for that. They need to also enable that to happen. So I am excited about Stadia and that happening. I know, like you said, it hasn't taken off as well yet, but I think that's because also the people who they're launching it to are still very privileged in what they have, so they don't need it like right now. When we get that access to other places, which is happening now, but then you probably see a different maybe an uptick, a later uptick in that. But the next thing I'd be really keen for the next generation is just new IP. I love new IP. I'm always keen about diving into different worlds, I know ever since I opened my big mouth and started talking, there's been a lot of Black women on the screen, and I'm happy about that. But I would also like to see that mirrored elsewhere. More Asian women, more Native women, more, you know, just different people on screen, different stories on screen. I'm sick of medieval stuff. I'm honestly tired. I'm so tired of medievals and dragons. And don't get me wrong, I love a fantasy game. But, you know, when it becomes repetitive and you see it in 500 different iterations, and you're like, so why can't we set this in ancient China? Or why can't we set this in Cambodia? Why can't we set this somewhere else? You know, I want people's imaginations to go beyond, to research what they, you know, to go beyond that. And to also with the Canadian Native community, I love that game. That is one of my, it's beautiful, it's so amazing. It's so educational, and I want more of that on a mainstream as well. So yeah, I'm just excited for those kind of things, new, and it doesn't have to be set in the cultural earth world, like just new IP, new stories, new imagination. I think we've gotten stuck in a rut within gaming, you know, where it's franchise. But I would love to see some new things come out, and I think we saw it recently with the Xbox game showcase, a couple of new IP that were coming out, like Medium, which really got me excited. But yeah, more stuff. That's what I'm keen for.
Yeah, totally. I completely agree. And I think a particular kind of bugbear for me is the fact that I think over the last few generations, it's really all been about kind of graphical capability and how pretty we can make these games look. And I'm hoping now we're hitting that kind of threshold where pretty much everything looks great. Can we just agree that most games look amazing now? So maybe we can focus on story. I think storytelling is that aspect of gaming which is still lagging behind. Overall, there are some great examples, you know. Again, I'll say The Last of Us Remastered. I think that's the finest storytelling I've ever experienced in a video game in terms of like creating real characters that we can relate to. So I'm hoping that maybe in this next generation, fingers crossed, we can put storytelling front and center in the AAA. Like I know lots of indie games do some fantastic storytelling. I'm meaning more of the Hollywood of gaming to kind of shift that focus from the particle effects to the personality effects, the storytelling. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, definitely agree. I just hope that everyone in the industry has taken heed, taken everyone's advice, you know, just to ensure that we do get the very best, you know, kind of delving more into not just making it look pretty, like you said, but going more into the story-driven stuff, making sure there's more extra, because people are paying for games at the end of the day. They want to make sure they're getting their money's worth, you know? And last but not least, your predictions for Gamescom. What are you guys excited to see? What are you expecting?
My predictions against someone. Do you know what? I don't really know. I feel like that's what I'm kind of excited about this year, is that, you know, I don't really know what's coming. It is a really weird year. It's been a weird year just in terms of there being no events. You know, it's been really strange to not be out of the country every month, you know, and so, you know, because we are seeing these really huge final prestige titles that blow everything else out of the water. I'm really intrigued to see, you know, what's new that's kind of trying to, as I said before, fill that space that's been kind of left behind in between these big kind of chunky releases. So I'm just basically, I guess I want something new. It's been mentioned before, kind of new IP, and I think that's what I'm really excited for. I think kind of one of my favorite games this year has been Ghost of Tsushima. Which, oh my god, I can't stop playing. It's just the best thing I've ever played. I've got a little bit like loopy as well, because I've started to feel like photo mode is happening in real life. So I genuinely saw like some leaves blow off a tree the other day, and I was like, no, I'm outside in the real world. Like,
I could just change the time of day.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I was like, okay. Do you know what I mean? I was like, where's that samurai red? And I was like, oh, we're outside, like, okay. But that was kind of a game that obviously we've known it was coming for a while, but it was a bit of a surprise in that it was just something completely new. It's not based on anything. It's, you know, and so that's kind of what I'm looking for, and particularly because that for me has been another game that it's kind of controversial because people are going both ways in it, but for me, I actually found the storytelling really incredible in it, and there's a moment in it that I can't spoil for anybody, but it's just a tiny little moment, a tiny little side random occurrence that happened that was like one of the best things that's ever happened to me in games, and I think it's because they've been really innovative. They've tried, you can tell that they really let their team experiment, and sometimes that felt a little bit disparate, but you know, you can tell there's lots of different things where they've said, do an open world game, but do something really different with it, you know, find a new way of, you know, how the UI looks on screen, tell stories in a way that's surprising, you know, do side missions in a way we haven't seen before. And so I kind of want something else like that. I want something, I think it kind of echoes what you said, Cam. I want something with a big budget, because I do, you know, much as I adore indie titles and I play loads of them, you know, I do love a big, massive, chunky, you know, beautiful game with, you know, great particle effects. And so I want something like that, but that's really going to surprise me. Is going to be really innovative. So, you know, I guess that's what I'm hoping for, please. Maybe.
So I'm just gonna echo what I said before. I'm just looking forward to seeing new IP. I don't know what I'm gonna see, and I don't mind, to be honest, as long as it's something new, different, and innovative. I think that's my hope and my wish. I haven't gone looking into anything. I don't want to look. I want to just be taking in the show as it's presented, and then see how I feel about it afterwards. I don't want to form any kind of preemptive opinions.
Yeah, I mean, kind of similar, but I'm a little bit melancholic about Gamescom this year, because what I always love about Gamescom is the kind of are not the mainstream games, the ones that are strangely big in Europe, like simulation games. You know, they're always huge in Europe and a big deal at Gamescom, and of all the different kind of global events I've been to in gaming, Gamescom's completely different. It's got that kind of frenetic weirdness that is just, I don't know how to describe it. It's sad not to be there. But I'm also, I don't think we're going to see much new, because everything was pushed into these E3 replacement presentations that we saw. So I'm a little down on it, but hopefully I'm going to be wrong. Hopefully there's going to be something big and exciting and new there for us as well.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this panel. Cam, Jay, Elle, it was a pleasure to be talking with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, so people are coming here. People are coming here. They're on a police station.
One of them's probably gonna push out.
One of them's probably in that house.
Yep.
Yep. No!
Cover fire. You got any more plates?
Nah.
Shit.
Here. I hit him. This guy's pushing above, I think. No, he's not. That was you, sorry.
Nah, he's there. He just can't throw a knife. What a fail.
I don't even know why he would. I have no shields.
I want to push this one still.
Yeah. I'm gonna run up this way and try and flank round. I knew he was gonna.
He's up here. He's right here.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
What are you liking, Goosh?
I'm alright.
It
just depends on the game.
It depends on the weapon.
Yeah, it depends.
Calm. I'm gonna stay in this just in case.
Time to earn your freedom, soldier.
Try and make it out.
Got him.
Hold on, just oh my
God. No!
Lord!
Where? Oh.
Go on the right side. By the vehicle. They were just camping behind. Oh wow, Bruin. I should have known. He's upstairs on your right. W. Play up. I don't hear anyone.
What was he doing? I want to leave here now. I got enough. I'm gonna take his Bruin.
Play up. We're good. You're good.
What's what position?
Closest spy to
yeah, where is it?
Is over here.
Hopefully no one has C4. I know. Please, people got brought back here as well before. Oh. Oh no! I was trying to get inside. Oh my god, he had his loadout as well. Oh, people are coming here. Oh my god, he's got a gun.
Guy right above me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There's someone above me.
I need to get out of here.
I got them.
Jeez.
They got the search though.
He said no way. That was HDR as well.
Oh wait, there's more people here.
Alright, cool, hold on. I'm alive on red.
Got him.
One.
He's pinging me.
Okay, I feel to land on red. Oh.
I got them.
No. Wait. Okay.
Alright. There's some.
I feel that much safer now.
Yeah, you could come down.
LMG over here.
Look what scope is this?
Yeah, I can't lie, the scopes are checked. I think that's the Ooh. You got this. No stress. Yep, right. Yep, is that back in?
Yes.
Come on. That's what you're. I've got a vehicle. I say C4, but you need more than one. Oh, nice click again. Nice.
What?
It's a van. That's one reason why.
Where is he?
He quit. He must have. No shit,
No.
he just quit. You ever been killed by one of these?
No, but my teammates have.
I've died by it once, and I got it clipped. So I'm waiting to use that for.
Oh yeah.
Using it to.
That's so annoying, though. Oh no, here, he's here.
One on the right.
Got them.
Nice.
Oh, thank God for my headsets. I heard them.
Yeah. That was good. I didn't know him.
Alright, let me put UAV. Alright, no one's around us, which ain't got. Ghost. He's going to blue. Cracked him. Oh, I want to push, but I don't. But I do.
I mean, you can. They're not thingy. They're not ghosted, are they?
Gas is closing in.
Is he still shooting at you?
Yeah, we can.
Got him.
Come on, Tianna. That's what I'm talking about.
Lovely.
We're in the safe zone. Check ammo, guns up.
Oh, I need to get another self-res now. I'm gonna go check his loot. He's cracked. There.
Sniper. John Wick.
Someone's in blue.
Yeah. One trying to push me downstairs.
Huh?
One trying to push me downstairs. He was most wanted.
Did you kill him? Oh, nice. I'm trying to get this guy here. He's pushing around. Oh, he has to come. You're dead. Oh, come on.
Can't see him.
He's here somewhere.
Mark out. Moving.
Watch John Wick. Got him.
Nice. Someone's in the storm popping.
Yeah, it's him. Oh, it might be his teammate below us. Oh, here he is. He's up top.
What?
Quick. He's coming. He's gonna drop down the stairs. He's through a grenade. Careful. Alright, cool. Yeah. He's on top. Nah. I got 7.
I've got a gas mask, so we can push up. I don't mind, but we're gonna have to drop down quite quickly.
Should we just go down?
Yeah,
let's just go down. He's getting shot at.
Yeah.
From here. Burger.
I got movement.
They killed him.
Get to the safe zone. Pick it
Hide
up.
by these rocks.
Someone's in Burger camping.
Oi, I'm getting with my number team.
Got him.
Nice. Okay.
There's people on Burger, people on Burger.
Yeah.
Less than 10 enemies remain.
Jumping inside.
They're above me.
What the? Oh my god, right there. One there.
I got one. Did you kill him?
Yeah, I think the second one's dead. He actually needs to run out. Yeah, you just run past his loot. You're good.
Right,
4
cool.
teams, Tianna, you got this. You got this.
Oh wait, someone just broke glass.
Sure.
What the hell? Okay.
No, that's just the box.
Okay.
You're good.
There's gonna be people up here.
Moving.
I hope there's no one to your left. That's the only...
I know.
Yikes!
Yeah, there is. I'm dead.
That's so ridiculous, man. Let them other 2 teams fight. You've got this. It's you versus another team. Wait, actually, it might be 4 singles. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're right, friend. Come on, yeah. He's probably got soul friends. That's alright. Nice.
Where's the last guy?
I haven't got a clue. You're doing okay.
Or the last team?
Yes, 2v1.
They're here, I can hear them. Okay, I can't.
I can't either.
I want this gas mask. The gas mask will run out.
Right in front of you, right in front.
Oh no! I heard him! I knew I heard him! I knew it! He was 1v1v1!
Yeah, man.
What's he got? I think he might have an LMG as well.
Yeah, B's got a Bruin. Yep, that's how that is with me.
Downed him.
You're good.
I downed him.
There's another one there, I think. Follow me.
It's not letting me jump up! Oh, a sniper on us.
Where?
On the wall. Back there.
Moving up.
Okay.
That was someone else.
Another guy here. I'm one in front of me.
Downed him.
Nice.
Did you just shoot at him?
Yeah, I did still. There's two more on our right. One
Yeah,
in
he's
front of me,
rezzed him, he's rezzed him.
They're in here.
Yeah, he rezzed him.
I'm pushing around side.
Oh. He's hitting me up. I'm running back a bit. I've just clustered it. Nice. Hold on, I'm coming back. I'm plating up. Got him. Got the other guy with the cluster. Oh no! I just downed myself with the cluster. Oh my god. They have their guns. Oh, someone's here. Oh no, but that was you. Sorry, I'm just bugging out, I think. Downed one. His friends.
On my right.
Nice, 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 nice.
Well played.
Got some most here. Oh my
god. One in front of me.
Got him.
Setting a charge.
Where's the people which was just shooting though?
Upstairs.
Oh, they are there as well. Oh, we could kill them.
Yeah, let's go.
Got one.
I'm Elaine. I work on the games and esports team in Barclays Ventures. And basically what I do is I look at the best ways that we can work with and support the games and esports industries. I've been in the bank for a number of years, but more recently, maybe in the last 18 months, I've been focused completely on the kind of games and esports space. In regards to games, I'm currently trying to play Call of Duty on my mobile phone. That's me, Natalie.
Perfect. And I'm Natalie Ojevah. I'm the Law Tech Ecosystem Manager at our physical sites in Notting Hill Gate. So day to day, essentially, I look after a formidable amount of law tech startups, connecting them with our law tech partners and through mentoring and events. And as well as that, I'm also part of the Black Professional Forum leadership team. So looking at how we can make sure that we're being a more inclusive network and supporting our Black entrepreneurs and colleagues in Barclays Ventures. And on the side, I am not a big gamer, but I must admit I do have battles with my boyfriend on the Xbox, so a lot of the time I will play GTA. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Amazing. So, you know, we're here with gamers, essentially. And it's really nice to have you guys. I was super excited to say, yes, Barclays Games are here. And I stumbled across you guys when I was trying to plan an event and I was looking for banks, just, you know, kind of banks to work with, especially for this event. And then I saw Barclays Games. I believe I saw you guys when you guys were working with Platform. And I was super intrigued and super interested to see, you know, what you guys do, how you guys fit into the games industry. So I wanted to just ask, you know, essentially, what is Barclays Games? What is the goal? And, you know, how you guys have been navigating through the games industry?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, it's really interesting. So the part of the bank that we work in is called Ventures. And the kind of remit of our team is to explore new opportunities for the bank. And we've been working a number of years, a team devoted to creative technologies and the creative technology sector. And we felt that there was definitely more that we could do in the games and the esports space. And then so we spent a lot of time kind of researching and understanding the industry. And we felt that it was appropriate that we have a team that's solely committed to these industries. So we set up a team back about 18 months ago. And you know, what we're trying to do is you know, we've spoken to you, Stephanie, before about how we try to, you know, learn about the sector, learn about what people and businesses are doing in the space, and then looking at how we can support or actually help the sector to kind of help it propel, particularly in the UK as well.
It's amazing. It's great because, you know, with the games industry, essentially, it's not just jumping in, you know, it's education, it's learning about, you know, because everyone knows now that the games industry is very popular. It's now, I believe it's even more popular than the entertainment industry, especially from a lucrative standpoint. So I think everyone's trying to pickle their way into seeing, okay, what can they do for the games industry? But, you know, essentially the most important thing is to first learn what you can do.
Exactly. And one of the things that, you know, we really pride ourselves on is trying, you know, and we know that we have to be authentic in doing this. The last thing we want to do is kind of wade into this sector as a large non-endemic and try and, you know, just stick our name in different places. What we want to do is actually actively show that we deserve, you know, the right to be able to work in this space, and that we actually do give back and support.
This is it. Natalie, is there anything you want to touch upon in regards to where you fit in regards to diversity and inclusion? Because that's one big thing for me when I started NNESAGA.
No, 100%. And what's interesting is me and some of the guys from the gaming industry are kind of looking at, you know, where we are seeing lack of diversity.
This is it.
And I think the key thing is kind of matching up with organizations that are really kind of out there and instilled in that space. So we've done a lot of conversations and sponsoring a lot of work in terms of those diversity groups that are really kind of combating that space, but just kind of externally as well, and you know, past games a little bit, we're looking around how can we develop entrepreneurs, how can we help them grow, because there's kind of a massive piece of work that's kind of come out around how Black founders in specific have kind of less access to networks, less access to mentors. So we're kind of looking at, in our space, how can we support that? So without saying too much, because there's a couple of things that's coming up in this space, it's something that we're kind of looking towards and actually creating tangible programs in that. And I think that's where the difference is. It's not just saying, oh yeah, we recognize a change. It's what can we do to make that change different and actually see some tangible difference. So yeah, I would say it's, for me, as you know, as a Black woman, it's definitely a long progress. I think, you know, Stephanie, you would agree, but we're seeing some change. We're seeing a lot of people talking about it now, and, you know, not being afraid to have these really awkward conversations. So I think that's a really kind of powerful stance. So that's kind of what I would say on that, without giving away too much.
Yeah, because, you know, change isn't an overnight thing, and, you know, the small steps you're seeing, it is making an impact. And going back on what you said, especially those within the Black ethnic minority, you know, sector, it's hard to kind of get those networks.
Yeah.
You know, because I guess we're not put on that pedestal, you know, we're not given those opportunities as others. And again, it's just kind of having that support system, which is what we need, because normally when I started NNESAGA, I didn't have a capital or anything like that. It was just literally out of my own pocket, and it still is out of my own pocket, but it's because I'm passionate about it. And I know that what I want to do is for the long term and for people and peers after me. So I wanted to actually touch up on, when did you feel like it was the right time for, you know, Barclays to now venture into the games industry, especially because this is now a really, really good time? And being in a big corporate bank like yourself, when did you guys decide, like, yep, this may be the time to come down?
Well, it's an interesting one, because I think being a brand like Barclays, we've been in many industries, and you know, we bank with many industries. But what we've kind of realised is, whilst working in the creative sector, we need more specialised individuals. And, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's kind of been work that's been going over, you know, especially the creative industry the last 18 months.
Yeah.
But definitely, you know, we've kind of recognised that we do need hands in this space, and with that, you know, like I said, and you know, Elaine's also mentioned around the key bodies that will help provide us with those specialist skills. So it's something that we've kind of been working on, and, you know, like I said, we're in many industries as a bank, we bank with many industries, but we've realised that we really do need a focus in that creative sector. And that's kind of where the work like this, and we're having conversations with you and, you know, loads of different organisations to help us get to the place where we need to be.
I think as well, seeing over, the years, the growth the sector has had, you mentioned earlier on, it's bigger than the movie and the movie and the music industry combined. We have to pay attention to that, and that's what we're doing as a business, is paying attention into that and investing our time and resource to understand it better.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I feel like, especially because you guys have the resources, you guys have the tools and the knowledge, I guess it's a thing of now delving into something that can really, really help an industry that has been, I guess, somewhat looked at as something underground, something kind of overlooked, especially because we've been on our own for a long time. So sometimes it's a thing where, when you have like a baby, or you have something that you keep close to your heart, especially with a lot of companies now delving into, is just picking who's genuine and who isn't genuine, who actually wants to help, who actually wants to see the long-term effect of everything going on. So, with that being said, Barclays Games and, Eagle Labs, how do you guys plan to help from a financial aspect, especially going into the next generation of console gaming? As you guys are aware, we are now entering a new life cycle of gaming. The PS5 is coming out, the Xbox Series X is coming out, new titles, there's newer, developers, there's a lot of new emerging esports companies and, brands, content curators, streamers. How can you guys, help and support from that aspect?
But if I kind of move away from that and just talk about Eagle Labs a little bit, in terms of, what we do in Eagle Labs, because it's very different again to traditional banking. Just to kind of give you a bit of an overview, we started off in 2015, and it started from just a disused branch space, and how can we connect with the community in terms of business entrepreneurs, providing them access to space, access to mentors, and really over the last 5 years that's massively grown. So I would say, we've got 25 locations across the UK, which is absolutely fantastic. But in that, not only do we offer the co-working space and the office space, we also offer, access to really emerging technology, including Rappo prototyping and testing, which I think it can be really difficult for business owners to kind of get in that space and have that support where it's okay to make a mistake, and we're here to help develop and provide you mentors and access to a wider ecosystem. So it's interesting because there's so much bits going on. A lot of people just see Barclays as just your traditional bank, but as there's so many different aspects that we're supporting with. So there's various different ways, but those are kind of a few that kind of come up to mind for me.
So what has been Barclays Games' biggest achievement so far?
I think for us as a team, I think in particular, one of the things that we've set up within Barclays is a Barclays Games Council. And what this consists of is members of, so the bank we're quite a large bank with a number of different services, globally. And what we've done is we've set up this council from across the bank. So you've got representatives from all the different parts, such as, the ventures team, which is us. You've got the investment bank, you've got the business bank, you've got the corporate bank, you've got the private bank, you've got the consumer bank, you've got Barclaycard. We've got representatives from all these different parts of the bank, actually, that we meet quite regularly. And we discuss topics, insights and issues related to the games and esports sector. And one of the things that we've been doing as a team is trying to educate and equip our teams within the bank with the knowledge and experience that they need. So when they do talk to, whether it's developers, or whether it's peripheral or hardware manufacturers, or whether they're talking to influencers, or they're talking to esports teams, that they understand what the kind of challenges that those people and businesses face, and also what they understand what their goals are, what's happening in the industry, what are the trends, so that when they do go to work with them and support them, they're better equipped and in a better position to know what's right to do with them. And it just makes for a much easier relationship. And I have to say, the buy-in from these teams within the bank is fantastic, and the enthusiasm for it. People get quite excited about, and just the number of people who turn out for the calls, it's fantastic. It's really, and that's the bit which I really like, is to be able to see as a business coming as one Barclays to the sector and looking at how we can best help and support.
And I guess that's what sets you apart from a lot of these organizations and platforms, is providing that support and getting people well equipped go into the the outworld of the games industry, because a lot of the time people are chucked into the wolves and they don't know what to do or how to navigate within the games industry, because it's such a huge space. And I really like how supportive Barclays Games have been so far, especially in the space of, I think it's about 2-3 years you guys have started, or
about 18 months that we've continued.
Wow.
We've looked at creative technologies for a number of years.
Yeah.
Back from the 80s, I think, but in particular, and we've always worked with businesses in the games and esports space. I think it's just particularly our team being established, and some of the other things that I talked about how our team, one of the things that we really pride ourselves on as a team as well is that we actually listen to what's going on. And then I mentioned earlier on about listening to what businesses are trying to achieve, what their goals are, and what are the kind of issues and problems or pain points that they have, and how we can work and help them with those. And some of the activities that we've done recently will reflect that. So for example, UK games industry have a Slack channel that they use with, I think, almost like 3,000 members to communicate with each other and industry related topics. And I think pre-COVID, they'd often have a lot of face-to-face meetings or catch-ups. And what happened obviously with COVID, was an inability to actually to meet face-to-face. So what we did is we paid for the upgrade of the Slack channel that they use. That meant that they had more functionality, more tools to be able to communicate and work together as a community. And we were happy to kind of support that to help with it, for the UK industry. We're also doing, we're members, and again, I think we're probably one of the only banks to be a member of Yuki. We're a member of Game Republic, Women in Games, Taiga. We're members of BAME Games. We're people of color out making games. So what we've done is actually in working with all of these trade bodies is actually learning from them as well, and actually helping them as well promote what they're doing. So recently, Natalie and myself have been going out and interviewing senior members from these trade bodies in a kind of a series of content videos that we're doing called Meet the Industry. And then what we're doing is pushing those out through our social media channels as well to help promote what they are doing. And then also as well, we, I think one of the things for us as well is to try and invest in grassroots activity. So you may have seen earlier this year, we were presenting partners for UKLC for the summer split, which just finished Monday. And then also as well, we are kicking off a sponsorship with NSE, so the National Students Esports, for the academic year 2021. So that's quite exciting.
Wow.
That all starts to really, I think, come to life with, the A-level results coming out. I think it's next week.
Again, in the space of 18 months, you guys have done so much and really helped those with, existing platforms and organizations. Some of them, a lot of people would have recognized, people of color, which are really good friends of mine. And it's really good to see that, you guys are doing your bit to really tackle on what the problem is and how you guys can, be the help and solution. And again, you guys can always be members of NNESAGA. Always welcome, always welcome.
I think, the thing is as well, which I didn't mention, is that I think all of the way that we're doing this, we hope that it comes across that it's authentic, because that's really important to us, because our team are all quite passionate about the industry and the sector. And we're very careful of how we approach things and how we present ourselves. So it's really refreshing to hear from you as someone who's so, embedded in this industry, to get that feedback from you. So we appreciate hearing that.
No, honestly, it's fine, because again, I wanted to make sure that people know what Barclays Games are doing, how they're helping, the community, the industry, and making sure that it's not, I guess, a PR stunt, or it's something of now and then people are just forgetting about it later, because, we're slowly starting to see who was real and who was fake. And it's good to see that there's the ongoing work happening with you guys. And that's why I'm really excited to, have you guys in this panel and really dedicate this time to learning more about Barclays Games, and people who are watching, how, they can really look about, finding you guys and seeing what you guys are always up to. And then I wanted to go into, like, what are you guys doing to prepare for the next generation in gaming? Again, how are Barclays Games preparing themselves in terms of you guys looking at the markets? Are you guys seeing, where, I guess, communities can work with you to prepare yourselves? Because again, like you said, you guys are listening, to the community, you're listening to the industries, but how are you taking on that feedback and working your way and preparing your way to be fully well equipped into the next generation of console gaming? Because again, September's around the corner, there's a new life cycle in gaming, and I guess, yeah, just wanted to know from that aspect, you know, what have you guys done? Are you guys even getting yourselves a PS5, an Xbox Series X? Like, you know, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, no, we've been doing a lot of kind of, you know, I suppose like everyone else, this year has been a really interesting year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, in regards to how it's unfolded, and you know, particularly around, you know, the different events that are happening and not happening. I suppose it's kind of keeps going. I probably sound like a broken record, but we do just, it's that kind of listening and talking to people. So talking to different publishers, talking to different hardware manufacturers, you know, keeping our ear to the ground, and also then using, you know, the relationships that we have with all these different bodies as well, because, you know, all these different groups that we're members of as well are entrenched in this industry as well, and talking to them about what they're doing, what their plans, how are they evolving, how are they, you know, particularly as well with this year with COVID, how are they reacting to the way that they would normally hold events and activity. So yeah, I think it's important that, you know, it's like I said earlier on, it's about listening and, you know, to the different groups that we work with or the different bodies, you know, having our ear to the ground. It's, you know, we rely on our trade partners, so the UKs, Game Republic, Women in Games, People of Colour, to actually see what's happening in their space, understanding as well what insights they have about trends or developments. And also then talking to the different organizations who are, you know, in the heart of it, talking to publishers, talking to manufacturers, talking to streamers, talking to esports teams as well on a very regular basis, and watching how they evolve, and then seeing to make sure that us and our team within the bank are able to address that and to be able to help them as they evolve.
Nice. And Natalie, there's anything, maybe you yourself personally, from an aspect from the diversity side, especially trying to include more Black people of color, how are you and your, you know, from your standpoint, how are you preparing yourself with them in terms of the next generation of gaming?
So if I think my role is more so in terms of ventures, and I'm connecting in with the gaming piece. So if I just go into like what we're doing in ventures and Eager Labs, entrepreneurs. So in our space is quite interesting, because we've been again doing a bit like you guys, having the conversations with the groups that are actually embedded in these communities and really listening to what they want. And I think, you know, I touched on it very briefly earlier around you know, again with Black founders, it's around the lack of access to mentors, lack of access to funding, and kind of that network. So again, without saying too much, you know, we've been working on a program specifically for Black founders, and kind of combating some of those difficult pieces, and, you know, engaging with them and giving them, you know, the focus, I think, is what's necessary. And I think that's really what's kind of come out of everything this year with George Floyd, and, you know, even using the word BAME and, you know, separating that, is we need to be able to have a focus on the communities that are really kind of being impacted. And, you know, this year it has definitely been shown that from time and time again, you know, the Black community, whether that's through COVID-19, whether that's through childbirth, and I'm kind of going off tangent a little bit, but Black community is always kind of severely impacted. So there needs to be a focus, and we need to really shout about it. So again, without saying too much, because we have a press release coming out really soon.
Oh, excited.
we have a program that's kind of dedicated to supporting Black founders on a journey.
Great.
And, you know, we partnered up with an external company that is in the community, Black founders themselves, a non-profit organization that's been running for the last 3 years, that is there to help the next generation of entrepreneurs, getting them in that kind of ecosystem of people that are decision makers, that you know, have the funding connects, and, you know, that can develop your business around hiring good people and XYZ. So it's been, for me personally, as, you know, a Black woman being in a organization like what I'm in, it's been an amazing journey. It has been also a tiresome journey, but I think this year, amidst kind of everything that's going on, we've, like you said, seen who's really standing for us, and who's just kind of here for the moment.
Yeah.
And again, to kind of go back to Elaine's point, it's around, we're trying to make sure we're doing something tangible and not just saying we're here because it's something that is topical. So, you know, I'm really excited for, you know, the program that we're going to launch, but also connecting in with Elaine. And like I said, we've had a few different conversations with a few of the organizations in the gaming world that are kind of combating diversity and inclusion and creating that space and that platform to say there are people in this industry, look at what they're doing. So yeah, I think, you know, we're seeing the beginning of something beautiful, to say. I think it's, you know, it's not going to be something that's quick, but we don't want it to be quick. We want it to be tangible. We want it to be long lasting. So, you know, I'm excited for the end of this year, without saying too much, but, you know, what it's going to look like next year and again, year on and year on, because it's not just about us, it's about the next generation that's in school, that are thinking, you know, I might not want to go down a traditional route. I want to become an entrepreneur in this space. And, you know, I see people that look like me that are in this space and doing really well. And I think that's what it's about. And, you know, excited to see where we get to, but definitely, again, it's about those tangible programs and actions.
Yeah, I think it's very, very important because, again, you know, we're not so physically seen in terms of the games industry, which is why I started NNESAGA, because 5 years ago, when I wanted to get into the games industry, it was super hard for me because, again, it's like the games industry is, you know, it's a bit of like, what do you call it? Like a school, you know, there's the little cliques and stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess if you don't know the most popular person, then it's a very hard time for you, especially with the industry being a very white male dominated space. So I just, you know, thought I'd create something to set myself aside. So when the doors do come knocking, I'm in control, I'm in power, because I am now in a space where I'm able to help my people, help my community. And in doing so, you know, working and like speaking to you guys allows my community to understand that there's an existing organization that are willing to help do stuff for the long-term process. And especially being a Black woman is hard. Like you said, it's tiring. There's times I just don't want to get out of bed, but I know that my mission is bigger than, you know, me getting out of bed and everything like that. So, you know, and especially the next couple of months are very, very crucial. And it's what will set the tone for next year and years to come. It's really good that you guys are working super, super hard. And again, it's an honor to have you two on the panel, you know, discussing how important and, you know, what Barclays Games is for my audience. And I wanted to kind of end it on, what are your predictions for Gamescom? What games are you excited to see? Like,
but it's really, it's a weird one this year, isn't it? I think,
I was planning on going. But...
Yeah, I mean, like this time last year, I was there. You know, I went last year. You know, and the team went as well, the games team. And it was fantastic. You know, it was my first. I've been to some events, but to actually not been to Gamescom, it's mind-blowing. And this year, it's all going to be done virtually. So it's going to be interesting. And I think as well, you know, it's also interesting in the fact that, you know, we know E3 this year. And E3 is normally an event where we get those, you know, those big announcements.
The Mecca,
yeah, exactly. There's no Keanu Reeves this year. You know?
We'll see him in November.
So I think, you know, and the consoles, you know, have made their kind of, you know, over the last month or two, we've seen the consoles reveal their kind of their big games. There's games for. I think, you know, we're just trying, everyone's just waiting to find out a little bit more about the actual consoles themselves. And I think that's, you know, and that for me will help me decide which one I'm going to buy, or do I need to buy both? I don't know. So it is, I find it really hard, because I was thinking about this question, prediction game wise, it's really hard to pick what it's going to be, because it's such a peculiar year, different than any way it would run. One of the things that we are, I suppose, one of the things that we're quite happy about is the sponsorship that we have just done with Yuki for the UK game show. Sorry, the UK game of the show.
Yes, my friend Midas. Yes.
Getting it all wrong.
Yes.
So basically, there's like 15 teams from the UK have put their games forward to represent the UK in a competition then that will be brought through to compete against international games.
That's amazing because my friend is actually hosting it, Mr. Midas. So
that's right.
Yes, I'm excited to see how that goes, and I really like the concept of it. So it'll be really interesting to see how that plays out, and it's really good. Again, Barclays Games, you know, involving themselves in such an incredible and innovative event like that. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What are your predictions, Natalie?
Well, this will be my first one, so I'm going to be a complete newbie. So I'm actually just excited to see how it goes. Elaine's kind of gave me loads of buzz stories of how it was. So yeah, I'm just excited to view and just see what's out there, really.
Oh, nice. I think it'll be exciting. I like to be from your standpoint as well, being new to the whole Gamescom, you know, sphere, seeing what's there, seeing all of the announcements. And yeah, like it's really cool to, you know, especially you haven't been there last year, so to see the transition from being on the floor to now seeing things virtually, this may be the thing of the future. Everything's now probably being moved virtual, and again, things are doing things seamlessly. So it'll be really, really cool to see, you know, how Gamescom pans out. So yeah.
So what's quite nice about the virtual piece is it makes it more accessible to
yes,
everyone,
that's it.
you know, because not everyone can go, you know, travel to Cologne. In Germany, so to the ability that they can actually view it online and you know, see the announcements there. And, you know, I think you could always do that, but I think that everyone's all in this kind of same boat together. It's quite nice.
Yeah, that's true. I like the accessibility of things, and again, it's really good that everyone now, you know, is able to see everything. So yeah, but thank you so much for your time. It was absolutely amazing and an honor to have you guys on this panel. Where can people find Barclays Games?
Yeah, so yeah, please. I mean, like, and this is one of the things that, you know, as I said earlier on, we're listening, and we like to talk to people and find out what's happening in the industry. So yeah, definitely you can get in contact with us via our email, games@barclays.com, or visit our website, games.barclays. And then also as well, you know, we're on Twitter and we're on LinkedIn, so Barclays Games, just check us out, and you know, you'll see any of our, you know, upcoming announcements or activity. We're pretty active in the social space.
Nice. And I'm guessing the same for you, Natalie, as well, because you do more of the Eagle Labs.
Yes, so if there's anyone that's interested in Eagle Labs and, you know, what we do, just go on to our website. You can just Google Eagle Labs Barclays, or you can type in labs.uk.barclays and we'll come up.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the panel. It was a pleasure, and we will see you guys shortly.
Thank you, Stephanie. And thank you for asking us to come on. It's actually been really lovely talking to you. And yeah.
I want to give out a special shout out to Girls in Power. They are a network dedicated to women empowering each other to be the best support system within all creative industries. They are an amazing initiative, and I want you guys to definitely follow and check them out. They also do events, workshops, and basically create things that help each other within these spaces.
Oh, hey, this intro stay icy. Look at talent. Hey, our Phantom's pretty good.
We have control of the objective. Defend it.
Help me up.
Pick me up.
You're good. Get up.
Got you.
Oh, he's right there.
There's the anvil right there.
Lethal out.
He's lit.
Anvil down. It's probably gonna get picked up though.
Alright, I'm watching your back right now.
Damn, someone picked him right back up. And he's probably gonna get right back there.
Almost got another dart. Oh snap.
Oh shit.
They're about to take, they took the point, bro.
Enemies are running low on reinforcements.
Alright. Oh snap.
They're trying to take the top, I think.
I got one. Behind you. Behind you.
Killed him.
I forgot one is not.
Oh, I need a gun. I got 10 shots in this. Damn, where's
There's
the
a
body?
lot of guns up there.
Overtime.
Like right here.
Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you kindly.
Go here.
Ronan and Dima.
45 seconds remaining.
They're almost done. I'm gonna flank a little bit.
All right, I got Ronan.
Someone can pick me up.
Enemy spotted.
Where they at? Hit him with the flank. Oh, that Dima is like lit.
He's almost done.
Dima was lit. Good shot.
Done.
Enemies eliminated.
Good round.
That's what I like to see.
Oh, look who's at the bottom. Look at who's at the bottom.
Sir. You know, I had to, you know, be the most valuable support player that round, but don't worry about it.
You're more like a support NPC.
Had to give y'all some shine. Couldn't steal all the thunder.
This is the first time on Strike Zone that the point was on top for me and for Bella. Snap.
I'm flanking all the way around. I don't know if it'll pay off. Let's see.
Do you want to try to get me with this ulti? Oop, I need backup. Dang, I got shot from every angle.
Objective lost. Let's get it back.
Damn. Didn't have enough time to recover. Should have threw that one behind me.
Yeah. Oh. Where's he at? He's in that corner. He's lit. There's a dude to the right of us. He's like... Oh, snap. Who is that?
5 lives left. Make them count.
How does she know I was right there?
Oh man, it's too much to focus on at once.
Oh, snap. Come on, medic, 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 medic! What is
Trying to kill everybody in front of me.
No, I was talking about Saint.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what our medic was doing.
Like he was just standing still.
We're out of reinforcements.
Dang.
Hold on. Oh, you saved my life. You're my hero.
You're welcome.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, yo. Ansvil guns?
No. Clutch your kick.
This is what I do.
Oh man, I couldn't take both of them. No. I'm trying to snitch on them, but my team... Dag.
Wow, they got bodied by one Ronin.
Hate to see it.
And Phantom's running like it's not the end of the round already.
Ooh, good kill. Good snipe.
10 seconds remaining.
My Damn, didn't even get the leg shot. Shame. I wonder if it's still 80% to the leg. Probably
It is.
Oh,
you know I would have hit every single one of them shots.
Slacking.
Wow. It still
Phantom
got bodied
lacking.
after.
Phantom is lacking. Alright.
Still got body.
Alright. Okay. There ain't no slouches over there. We got this though. Oh man, look who went right back to the top. You know. Light stuff. No big deal.
You were hacking, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts. If I'm not at the top, that means everybody else is hacking. I'm gonna go like wide to the left. Demon's right here. Got him. Triple kill. Ooh, look at that. And I'm still not out the top off of that. I got the most kills too.
Work harder, bro.
I'm working as hard as a man could go.
Oh gosh.
They might try to.
He's down.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to flank.
They flanking?
Yeah.
Dang.
Lethal out.
Where are they at?
The enemies have 5 reinforcements remaining.
Okay, they're over there with Don Vito.
Got him. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, this little thing this little nudge literally just got me stuck.
They're not rushing the point, so we got it pretty much.
Enemies are low on lives. Crush them. They're out of lives.
Nah, you're not getting up. Oh, no. No, no, no. Don Vito! Back down!
Thanks.
45 seconds and this one's ours.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Not me.
Hang in there. Objective secured. Defend it.
Let's go.
Triple.
Enemies
Let's
have
go.
been wiped out. First round on
I'll take.
me.
Oh man, if I ever got my hand on Anvil's gun.
This contract out.
Anvil's gun is OP.
It is, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it scares me. When I see that, I start like, I duck in and out. I don't just shoot at that man straight. I duck in and out.
He has way too much ammo for it.
Acceptable.
Yeah. I be playing scared.
Alright, we're going for the clean. We're going for. Oh no, it's not a sweep. Actually,
Yeah,
is this still a sweep?
No, we lost one. Nah, we lost one.
We're gonna call it a sweep still. Know what I mean?
Try to do a flank. Get a quick kill.
Yeah, Anvil put a shield down.
The objective. Defend it.
I lit their entire team up. Anvil's down. Oh yeah, I got Anvil's gun now. I'm gonna put a dart behind us so we know if they're flanking.
Oh, my back.
My neck, my back, my neck and my back. We got this one, dog. Don Vito got you. Oh, that's not you. Oh snap! I'm gonna go help.
Oh my, no. Dang, it was more than one. Dima and what's the name came in the other side.
Enemies are running low on reinforcements.
Oh wow! They came in when I went to help the other two. Now they're posted up.
Oh my goodness! What did I just walk into?
Alright, I don't say. Alright, I got you.
Oh
man.
goodness.
Enemies are running low on reinforcements. Crush them.
Alright, we got one.
We have control of the objective.
Oh snap! Close the door. Somebody close the door.
I'm scared to close the door. Not even gonna lie to you.
I guess it's a man's job. I'll sacrifice myself. Nope.
Oh, come on. Ah, that anvil again.
I tried to sacrifice myself.
Why does this medic never have his ability?
Yeah, he never has his.
He never has it.
I don't feel like he'd be reviving us. Sit down, Dima. Who do you think I am, BG?
Keep it up.
Alright, I got him. It's just saying. And Saints right there to the right. Oh snap! There was a Ronin still up.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't even know. She the last one? Yeah, she the last one.
Yeah, she's the last one.
Where'd she go?
Over here. I don't think
she hurting.
Objective
Got her.
acquired. Defend it.
Let's go.
Nice work.
I carry.
You ain't carried nothing. Stop this.
I carry. Look at that. Look at that
this,
carry.
bro. Stop this. What do you
Look
mean?
at that carry.
You had a few more downs because of me because I threw up the alley with all my traps and all
Oh,
my
I had-
positioning.
Stop this. Stop the
this,
cap
bro.
on this app.
I'm an elite tactician when it comes to this, bro. Stop
The
this.
cap on this
Yeah, hi, I'm Charise. I'm 25 years old. I am the community manager for the regions of PTBR at Elgato. I also am a video editor for a streamer named Elias, and I also stream myself. I'm a partner, and before I even started working at Elgato, I was a partnered streamer. I did it full time, and then, yeah, I also voluntarily help organize 2 charity events, which is Speed Souls Marathon and Scutflate Nitro.
Amazing.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I am 27 years old. I work as a content creator and have been doing so for the past 6 years now. I was born in the Philippines, raised in Sweden, and big fan of health and fitness. I do a lot of charity work. I've done some with Cherished as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, big lover of animals and video games.
The best of both worlds. So how did you guys, start your gaming career, and start working in gaming?
All right, so it all started as a hobby for me. I used to play video games growing up with my brother. So before and after school, we used to play games together. And then I think it was in 2013, I got introduced to Twitch. And I thought it was a really cool idea that I could share my gaming experiences with so many people from all around the world. And then it kind of just took off from there. Been meeting a lot of cool people throughout these years that I've gotten to know and gotten the chance to work with.
That's amazing. Yeah, I know, normally with everyone, gaming again starts as a hobby before, I guess, the more you delve into it, it becomes into a career, like myself.
So I started, actually, I was looking for a job, and I always played games in my spare time after school. So then what I did is, since I couldn't get a job and I also didn't feel like doing nothing per se, or I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give the streaming thing a shot. And then yeah, that's kind of how I started streaming. And then eventually I started doing a lot of charity streams, and that led me to participate in this speedrunning event that's called ESA, so the European Speedrunning Assembly. And I was pretty much hosting intermissions, and then I volunteered to do their social media for a while. And then, I kind of got the job I have at Elgato right now because of that. And it's also because I met Tom at the event, and then we became really good friends. And once this opportunity came along, he contacted me and asked if I was interested in the position.
And the rest is history. Yeah, Tom is
pretty much.
Yeah.
Tom is awesome.
Tom is amazing. And shout out to Tom. So I guess with that, again, it's just kind of naturally stumbling across and falling into your career. And I guess that happens with a lot of people, because some people believe it's luck, but sometimes you just have to be at the right place at the right time, more so.
I also think it's about you know, sometimes when people give you opportunities, so like all these different events that I got to go to, and even a lot of the charity work that I've managed to be a part of, is because my friend Moran, which works at Save the Children, presented me with those opportunities. And then, you know, I did what I thought was right, and I put a lot of work into it, so then it led to what it is. But there's a lot of people that sometimes get opportunities and they don't do anything with it. And then, you know, the opportunities go away.
Exactly.
So you have to also put down some work if you want to get somewhere, especially in the gaming industry. I feel like a lot is volunteer. A lot of people do volunteer work to start with, and then they eventually get the positions that they do.
Yeah, some of the things is free labor, and although people are not a big fan of it, you know, I do believe in an experience. Experience really helps you. It really, you know, makes you better equipped, especially in the games industry, because there's so much to do, especially, you know, you being a community manager in, you know, your region. So in regards to working with Elgato, what do you know, look for in content creators, streamers, in regards to, you know, being a partner?
Well, when it comes to being a partner at Elgato, it's not just about numbers. Although numbers are very important, it's not only about that. It's about also like having content that we like. You know, it needs to be content that we find is good, and we want people to represent our brand, so they're going to be our ambassadors. And this doesn't necessarily mean that like you only have to be family friendly, or that you cannot swear on stream. That's completely fine, really. As long as people are having fun and not being, you know, negative or promoting harassment or bullying, none of that. We don't tolerate that at all.
At all. You know, you want to make sure being a partner, you want to, I guess, be the best representation for a big brand like Elgato. And Michi, you being a, you know, you've been a partner for the last 5-6 years now, or no, 3 to 4 years?
No, 3 years, yeah.
3 years. So being a partner now, how has Elgato supported you, you know, in regards to upgrading and just being the big brand to just, you know, support and back you?
I've been very fortunate to have been working with Elgato for so many years. They've supported me in so many different ways. One of them being upgrading my setup, providing me with all these tools to create my content. But I think the most favorite thing that I enjoy with Elgato is that they always make me feel included. They give me feedback on the content that I create, and they even push it out on their socials as well. I see how much time and effort they put out in engaging with community as well, like being on events, supporting charities. And yeah, it's amazing to be a part of such a successful company that I feel genuinely wants to see me grow and wants to go together.
Definitely. I've definitely seen how well they supported Elgato, myself being a very new partner. Just the love and just embracing, you know, a new content creator. And like you said, Cherise, it's not about the numbers. It is about how unique you are, what, you know, actually do to kind of represent them as a whole. And I really do like how, again, they've supported you over a number of years. You've spoken about charities, which are also important. And it's really very, very also important to understand that brands should be able to do more than just talk. As we've seen over the last couple of months, there's been a lot of talkers, you know, but not a lot of doers. And I really, really like how Elgato have really stuck by their guns. They've made sure that, I guess, more for myself, putting more Black content creators on and more women, as well as, you know, as a partner for Elgato. So that I really, really appreciate that. So for someone who wants to start out in the games industry or may want to upgrade their current setup, what would be the best and most cost-effective way to start off with?
I think that sitting down and looking at what you have to work with currently, and then working from that, what do you need in your setup to create the content that you want? I remember getting a spare PC part from friends that were upgrading the PCs. to make a streaming PC, and then buying a capture card. That was what I started with, and then kind of just working from that. It takes time. Stuff costs money, so you can do a lot with the stuff that you already have at home.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember starting off with the HD60,
Mm-hmm.
and woo, like I've literally just upgraded now, but it does the job, you know. Quality over, it's, you know, a real good quality product, and like you said, sometimes you just have to make do with what you have, but it's not, I guess, a rush to get the best equipment going.
Definitely not. No. Getting secondhand stuff or just borrowing it from friends to start off with. And I think now you can even stream from consoles as well if you already have a platform. So there's a lot you can work with before upgrading. But I would say the best product that I did purchase was the capture card, because it gave me the opportunity to cap all my different platforms that I had.
And for you, Michi, what would be, I guess, in regards to being cost effective, what did you start off with, and how did you, you know, excel into upgrading your setup?
I started with the capture card, and then I got, because I streamed on my Xbox 360. I was console gaming in the beginning, and like I said, I built a PC from what I had. I had a really old one, but I got a new graphics card that I got put into the PC, and then I've saved money to buy a capture card. So that's kind of how I started, and I think I played like that on a footstool for the couch on a TV.
Oh, wow.
And then I had the PC hooked into the console, so I was sitting really Yankee, and I don't know. It's the thing with growing. It's so fun to look back at where you started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just seeing the journey of where you was to where you are now, and I guess growing and seeing what more you can improve on. So, you know, Charise, how are you, especially as a community manager and working for a big brand like Elgato, how are you guys preparing for the next generation of console gaming, especially with, you know, the new PS5 coming out, the new Xbox Series X, like the mechanics and the specs that go into the console? How would you guys be able to support, you know, the newer consoles, and how would you be able to support content creators going into the next gen?
So basically, the new consoles are all going to be focused on this 4K HDR content, and basically what we already have a capture card that can provide with that. And I would say that what people need to be doing, if they can, is to upgrade their TVs and monitors, so depending on what they're playing, to support that like that 4K resolution. But regardless of the new generation consoles, like 1080p is still, as a content creator, a very popular resolution to go for the time being anyway.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. That's one thing on my to-do list: upgrading the monitor, upgrading the TV, because again, things are going to be taken in 4K, and it's always good to prepare yourself. Even just being a gamer, not necessarily working in the games industry as a streamer or content creator, somebody who's just a gamer that loves to just game, you know, I think definitely looking into like investing in better quality TVs and monitors.
Yeah, for sure, especially if they want to experience or have the full experience.
Exactly.
It's definitely something they should be doing.
Gaming is definitely an experience, and I feel like it's important to prepare for the experience, you know. What would be the beginner products that you guys recommend to those starting out?
Well, I would say, as in like a general or specifically for capturing?
In general, maybe I guess a personal favorite of yours, maybe something that, let's say, they get that product and they'll be good for like a good couple of months before they purchase something else. So for me, one thing I'd probably recommend is, I guess, the HD60S.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I would definitely recommend that. It allows you to experience the game in 4K resolution, but it will still record and stream at 1080p. That way it's not very demanding on your PC, and it's like the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah.
A personal favorite of mine, I would have to say, is the Stream Deck. I think the Stream Deck and the green screen so far have been like a big favorite of mine, especially because like I've moved around a lot, like country wise.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I've moved like 3 times in the last 2 years.
Wow.
And having the green screen has just been so helpful, because it's so easy to just like put it down, put it up, take it with you. It's honestly not a huge issue, and the Stream Deck helps me a lot because I do the video editing, right? And other things. I use it for streaming as well. It's not like it's just video editing, but I use it a lot when I video edit, and it's just a great tool to have in general. I don't think I can live without my Stream Deck.
You need to teach me how to use a Stream Deck. I literally just got it sent and I'm still trying to figure it out, but so yeah,
there are a lot of I can send you some places where you can learn more about the Stream Deck and how to utilize it. I'd be happy to do that.
And guys that are watching, we'll definitely link it down below as well, so you guys can actually have a look on how to use a Stream Deck in the most easy beginner guide way. So
yeah, we have lots of those in our channel, and sometimes we also post it on social media, so if you happen to follow us on social media, you might come across like some nice tips and tricks on how to use the various Elgato products.
Amazing. And Michi, what about you?
You guys mentioned both of them, the capture card, the HD60S, the external one that you can bring anywhere, good for moving as well, and then the Stream Deck. The Stream Deck is like the whole motherboard of the operation. I have control of everything, my lights, my mixer, and just all the scenes in OBS as well. So just with the press of a button, I can easily just do everything. I would say that. And also, can I say a third one?
Yeah, of course. The more the merrier.
A good gaming headset. It is, as much as it is important to upgrade your screens and stuff, I feel so immersed when I play with good sound as well, like getting into the feels or getting into spooky games. Definitely a good pair of headsets.
Yeah, definitely.
I would also say if you're gonna be creating a lot of content, and in general, if you spend a lot of time on your PC, invest in a good chair. Like, your back will thank you in a couple of years.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I remember when I was using just like a normal desk chair for ages, and just the difference between upgrading from a normal chair to a gaming chair really helps, especially if you're editing, playing games, all that good stuff. And again, like you said, streaming. Absolutely right. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'm sure a lot of people have learned and heard about what Elgato do, how you guys have been able to help throughout the years, the perspective from a partner and the perspective from a community manager. So what are your predictions for Gamescom?
I am waiting for Call of Duty. We haven't seen anything of the new Call of Duty yet.
True. Season 5 just came out for Warzone, but true.
It's going to be the last season, right?
Yes, I
and
think.
Then, yeah, the new Call of Duty. I hope they will show some there. I think they will. Sure.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure having you guys on this panel, especially just talking tech, talking from a women's perspective, and understanding again the perspective as a partner and a community manager, because I know as a community manager it's quite a lot, to understand the social levels, to talking with your clients and fellow content creators in terms of as well looking for budding new ambassadors and partners as well. And then as a partner, maintaining that relationship, that consistency, and just, I guess, those kind of mutual benefits as well. So thank you. And thank you so much to Elgato as well for powering this event. And yeah, guys, it has been a pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Recently, we announced our new long-term partnership with Elgato. Elgato recognise how important the NNESAGA community is and how committed they are in working with us within our gaming community. Elgato have teamed up with us in giving away the Elgato Stream Deck to one lucky viewer. Follow GameSpot and follow NNESAGA using the links down below. The winner will be contacted after this show, and this is an international competition too. So good luck, guys.
Anywho, G-Bot, that's what we calling you, right? Yeah?
Yep, G-Bot, yeah, hi.
Okay, let's see what team this what you rocking with? Okay. You got the orange too. See, I could take your orange square. That's what's actually insane. Which it could have. It might actually just. How good at this game would you say you are? Scale of 1 to 10, your skill.
I'd say about clean 6.5. 7 on a good day.
Okay. I'd say the reverse, but not the reverse. The obtuse, because I'm like 7, 7.5, 8 on a good day. That's what I'd say. That's when I'm not fighting my actual friends who play this game back to back. I don't like them. You know what BM means?
Yes, it's very disrespectful.
It is, right? I don't want to see your intro. It's alright. See, I had to get in your head, bro. It's a tactic. Hold on. So this is your main team, or this is the team you just messing with right now?
This is the team I'm messing with.
Okay. I see. I used to try Gohan before, but his combos, my brain is actually a little bit too smooth for him. Can you stop that? Hey! Okay, now I'm getting mad. Stop. Are you done? All right. Beach. Oh, can't curse. That's crazy. Sorry about that. See, normally I do play this stuff because you watch my content like that, obviously, right? Yeah. I normally do swear, right? Before the uses of what this is going to be for, I got to be on my best Christian behavior. Do you curse a lot, or are you just a Christian boy yourself?
Nah, I try and keep that sense around me at all times, unless I'm out the house.
True, coward. I mean, I feel that. It'd be like that sometimes. So you're saying out the house, you're like a whole different person?
Yeah, in terms of language, you know.
Got you.
Sometimes things might be getting said sometimes, but you know.
So you keep it like Boondocks or Futurama in terms of cursing? Like you say crap, or G-Bot?
Hello?
You good?
You good? Afro?
You not hear me?
You just stopped talking.
I
I'm
lagged.
just confused.
Okay. So one thing that's good to mention is my internet, right? It does this thing to where at nighttime it dips. Yeah, it's terrible. I can hear you fine since we're recording, but you're just not gonna be able to hear me. It's terrible. Oh, you might not like what's gonna happen next. Oh, just kidding. I dropped it. That is insane. What are you doing? Ow. See, I never got into Gogeta. I could never vibe with how clunky he felt. All right, now you're just pissing me off. Yeah, all right. You already got Broly on your team, bro. And you're gonna do all this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you gonna have to block me back after this. It's fine. Ready for this comeback? Stop. Oh, I fumbled the absolute back. No, stop it. You gonna do something? I'm gonna grab you. Yes, sir. Hold up.
Ah! You not?
What? Bro, I'm mad.
I don't really appreciate you.
I like that square you got, and I'm trying to level up off of it. It's nothing personal. I need you to understand.
You could have done that before.
Maybe.
You didn't have to do this on me.
I had to do it now. I had to. I waited for this moment. Come up. No. Oh, I should have 2H that. I just looked at it and said that's pretty. Yeah. No. Okay.
Ow.
See, now that Broly's gone, I'm feeling good. Who would you say is the best character on the team that you got right now that you know how to use?
My Gogeta.
Okay.
My Gogeta, yeah. Even though you're kind of not demonstrating it right now.
No, so I'd be like that. You still got sparking? No, you didn't. I hate you. All right.
I might have.
You definitely getting blocked.
I'm just not sorry.
Oh, you didn't. Why? You could have finished the job. What's good? Well, you
I
already
just wanted to
killed
punch
me.
you. I wanted to jab you.
Yeah. Hold up, ready for it?
Nah.
Oh, love to see it.
Dang.
How you feeling? Is it a 7, 6? What's the scale at? Talk to me.
I feel like it might be a 6.
A 6? Okay. We're gonna raise it up, or you gonna keep it at a 6? Because I like talking trash.
Right now.
And right now, you looking like what I like to talk. I'm just saying, like you gotta get it up. Can you do better? Huh?
I can do better.
Okay, let's go.
I can do better.
Okay. So you can't let me keep on talking trash like this.
I don't know about you.
Did you ever used to play like Halo back in the day?
Nah, not really. I grew up on a PlayStation. I didn't really get an Xbox, so I was about 13. And even then, I didn't get Xbox Live.
It's crazy how stuff is right now. Because back in the day, having an Xbox was fire. Now it's like if you don't have a PlayStation is like what Xbox used to be. You really hate to see it. But yeah, I used to play Halo a lot, and that's, I think, my motivation for talking mess. Like, people on there would just say anything, and I just had to say something back. Hold up. If you don't yell when you do the attack, it's not gonna do the same amount of damage. True facts.
I think it does the same damage regardless, but
I did not.
whatever you want.
You have to really focus on the percentages. You feel me?
Dang.
All right, Broly left. I'm not a fan of Broly personally, because it's super armor, and you're gonna try to do it. Oh, you didn't. Wow.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I am sorry. Oh, hey, oh, whoa. All right, now I'm not a fan of that too much. Stop. Stop. Hey. Hey. Okay. What am I doing? All right. See, this is rude behavior. Rude behavior.
Dang.
Okay.
Probably should have sparking, but
I was looking at your sparking, just like, damn, you don't like the color orange. That's insane. Nah,
Yeah.
I'd be like that. Be like that. Do you play other fighting games besides fighters, or just fighters mainly?
Mainly just fighters. I've kind of backed off of like Tekken and Street Fighter.
Tekken. See, I tried to do Tekken, but my brain is also too small for that. I call it the Gohan brain problem. There's just too many buttons. Ow. Yeah, aight. Yeah, aight. Okay, you couldn't. You were about to be nice as hell there. I see it. I see what you attempted. Oh my gosh. I should have just stand still. Oh, I'm a failure. Ooh, just kidding. Recover.
Walked into that one.
Oh, what? I did the wrong support, and now I'm paying for it. Oh.
Dang, I didn't.
Blink. What? Yeah, it's alright. No, it's not. This is that fabled 7 I heard about, huh? Okay.
I thought it was.
I'm about to scream. It's about to happen. Okay, watch this. You ready?
Ow.
So it's interesting because you said Gogeta's your best. You think Broly's a better anchor though?
Yeah, I feel like Broly's better anchor for me.
Okay. I feel that.
But I really don't vibe with Z Broly as my anchor most of the time. It's mostly just Super Broly. I'm just trying to stray away from my Super Broly because I feel like Z's just a little bit better.
I feel that. No, you're right. You spin. I definitely agree with that. Super Broly got like the sauce. Z Broly got the gorilla strength. Like he makes those muscles mean something. Dun dun dun. Dun. Oh, I'm sad. It's fine. What? Okay, true.
I thought it hit before. All right.
I look at the quick mink. All right, ready for it. Don't blink. Oh, I'm stupid. Wait! Oh my gosh. Okay, the fabled 7%, or 7 out of 10 is 7%. Actually pissing me off. I don't know what the fuck that. What the heck? Can't curse. that was. Are you ready?
I can talk about this. I didn't really mean to do that.
That's fine. I appreciate it. I'm stupid.
Right, so
that was my combo. No. Hello? Hello? Alright, I'm a little bit upset. I'm gonna need you to relax. Stop. Oh. Yo, I'm crying. Alright, you ready? Oh, see, now you quiet. Now I see you focus. Ah! I forgot you weren't sparking! Oh, no, please. Ready for this comeback? Ah! Alright, that was good. We have time for one more match. One more. See, now I feel like you warmed up. Now I'm a little bit worried about you. I'm a little bit worried, but okay. You know the seat switch? You seen Sonic Fox versus Goichi? The old joke? I'm gonna need to switch seats with you. I'm gonna need you to cool off real quick. Get up, bro.
I mean, I feel like I might do better in your chair. You might have a better kind of chair for me, gaming wise. So I might do better if I'm in your chair. So
actually, you're right. I'm gonna sit here. Oh no. Okay, now I'm upset. Hold up. Blink. Oh, my leg. Oh my gosh. Blink. Okay, you definitely warmed up. I don't know who you are anymore. Hold up. Hey! Okay, I'm out to be quiet too now.
I need you to drop this, please. Thanks.
That's definitely dropped. Your wish came true. Oh my gosh. Ultra Instinct Goku, please live. We're gonna bring Buddy back out. Hold up. He's not getting all that health back. Just a little bit of it. Oh my gosh, I timed that wrong. I timed all that wrong.
You really? Oh,
bro. Oh, I'm sad for you. Hello. Stop it.
dang. Tried it.
You're Gohan
I really wanted to, but
he got so many different kicks and like angles of. I wish I could get good Gohan. I just don't have the patience. Oh, now I'm bad. Yeah, yeah. Ah! Yo, stop flipping down! Oh my gosh. Okay. Yo, your Gogeta rather is fighting like a Trunks right now. I'm confused. I dislike you. I think I genuinely dislike you. What the heck going on? Hey yo, okay, hold
I'm just
on.
playing the game, bro.
Yeah, you are playing the game, and I'm playing it poorly. Ow, ouch. Okay, good stuff. I can't be mad at this. This is Gogeta mixing me. Ow, my leg.
Oh, I missed it. Me.
All right, ready for the craziest comeback of 2020. Hold up. Let's go. Oh, you okay? I'm looking at my hands. Like, where did I go wrong? Oh my gosh. Okay.
I just want to talk. Come here. Thanks. Me.
Hey, yo, talk your stuff. Talk your stuff.
Yep. Yeah. I just want to talk. Come
Hey,
here.
yo.
Thanks.
It can't end like this. Wait.
Me.
Okay, hold up. Toom. Oh, you crazy.
I am. It was a different level 3 maybe, but maybe on his.
Oh, I could have. Ah! Oh, you got me. Oh, you had me. No, you got me. Hey, yo, good game, man. That was great. Good stuff.
So we hope you all enjoyed the show. We would firstly like to thank GameSpot for partnering up with us in hosting this event. We would also like to thank our amazing panelists for joining us today for our very first Saving for the Next Gen show. We'd love to also thank El Gato for helping us with this giveaway. Thank you to the rest of the NNESAGA team for putting this event together. I'd also like to thank our graphic editor for putting these amazing animations together too. Thank you to the man upstairs for making this event the best it can be. And last but not least, thank you to you guys who have tuned in, who have continuously supported NNESAGA throughout the last 5 years, who have shared, watched, enjoyed, and let somebody know about NNESAGA and let somebody know about this event. We look forward to doing more over the years, and we will see you next time.